This is Scotland Yard.
For the first time, Scotland Yard opens its files to bring you the unvarnished, true stories of some of its most celebrated cases. This is an accurate record, authentic from start to finish, of the most famous criminal investigation organization in the world, compiled from the files of Scotland Yard by Percy Hoskins, chief crime reporter of the London Daily Express, written and directed for radio by Willis Cooper.
New Scotland Yard, the London headquarters of the Metropolitan Police, is situate near the embankment on Whitehall. Here also are the headquarters of the CID, the Criminal Investigation Department. The body of men whose exploits for more than 100 years have made the name Scotland Yard synonymous with the brilliant detection of crime, the unrelenting pursuit of the criminal, and the presentation of the painstakingly acquired evidence that assures his eventual punishment. Police officials of every nation in the world are constant visitors to Scotland Yard. Some of them come as observers of Scotland Yard methods, others on official police business, and many remain as students of Scotland Yard's crime.
It was raining in London the second day of my visit to Scotland Yard. It practically always rains in London. I got out of my taxi and walked through the gates of Scotland Yard shivering, and the red-faced young constable at the steps of the building was very polite. But he was also very firm with me. I said, "Good afternoon, Constable."
Good afternoon, sir. Commander Rawlings is expecting you. You're the American gentleman, aren't you, sir?
That's right.
From Minnesota, sir?
From where?
Minnesota, sir.
Minnesota.
Oh, thank you, sir. Commander Rawlings will be in the Black Museum, sir.
Where's that?
It's inside, sir. You take the stairway down to your left. Third door on the right, sir.
Righto, Constable.
Right, sir.
I'd been there the day before. Up the stone steps, through the heavy doors, into the big, bare outer corridor with a musty old smell that every copper in the world can recognize with his eyes shut.
Looking for who, sir?
Deputy Commander Rawlings, Sergeant.
Oh, you're the American gentleman, sir. Down the stairway, third door on the right, sir.
Down the stairway, third door on the right, sir. Sir. Polite cops. Well, third door on the right. 1, 2, 3.
Come in, please. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Mr. Rawlings.
Do come in, old boy.
Glad to see you, Mr. Rawlings. Mind if I smoke a cigar?
Not at all. Welcome to our little chamber of horrors.
Quite a place. Who's that?
That? Oh, death mask of Heinrich Himmler. You know, Hitler's...
I remember, yeah. The SS man, Butcher.
Some of our chaps took him in, you know, but he was a trifle too quick with the poison.
What's this? Gunny sacks.
Oh, yes. A bloke named Manton wrapped his ex-wife up in it. 1943. A place called Luton.
What happened to him?
Took the 8 o'clock walk.
Huh?
Execution time was always 8 o'clock. Bloody early.
Oh. Mrs. Rachel Dobkin. Lost property, eh? What is it? Looks like a burnt chicken bone that somebody busted.
That is Mrs. Rachel Dobkin. It was a gang of navvies that found the skeleton.
Navvies?
Laborers, you know, pick and shovel workmen.
Ah.
All over London at the time, that was in July 1942, workmen were tidying up the bombed-out wreckage. The Blitz, you know. They did quite a good job. This gang was working on a Baptist chapel in Kensington, piling up bricks and mortar, digging into the ruins for buried victims and whatnot. They uncovered a good many, incidentally. Well, they called a nearby police constable and reported it as they were required to do. The constable took the routine notes as the navvy gave him the facts.
I prized up this here stone slab, and there he was, just like he is. Lord Stone the Crows, I says, like, he looks a natural down there. And I looks again, and I says to Sammy, Sammy, I says, what's a skeleton doing all burned up like this? And down in the basement of a Baptist chapel, I says. That's Sword Hitler, I says. What do you think, Constable?
Well, not knowing, I can't say. All right, then, I'll call the yard and have them pick him up.
What's the poor skeleton done Scotland Yard wants him?
Identify the poor fellow Cuthbert like we always does. so we can see if he's to be charged to Hitler's account or was murdered or something.
You know, Pep, this chap will
And don't muck him about, neither. Before the yardmen get here, he's burnt and broke up enough as it is. The laboratory will have a time not off with him finding out who he was. Mind now.
Who does he think he is? A bloody Prime Minister? Muck about with a skeleton, indeed. I wouldn't even brush the plaster dust off the poor thing.
Yeah, that ain't plaster dust, mate.
What ain't? What is it?
Well, I was a master mason before the Blitz, mate. I know quicklime when I see it.
Quicklime won't destroy a body, Rawlings. That's a myth, a superstition. You know that.
But murderers don't usually know it, old boy.
I see what you mean.
Keith Simpson, the Home Office pathologist, walked into my room up the stairs the next day.
Skeleton was a lady, Commander.
Oh?
Yes. About 5 feet tall, I should say. Between 40 and 50 years of age. Probably wore an upper dental plate with 7 teeth. 4 other teeth had fillings. Oh, found 2 or 3 strands of grey hair also.
Well, pass it on to Edward. She's got to be identified.
It's quite a job, I should say.
Has to be done. But that all?
You said something about quicklime.
Yes. No trace of quicklime in any other part of the rubble of this chapel except near the skeleton.
Suspicious of murder?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, have a look at this.
Yeah. What is it?
The thing the skeleton talked with.
Talked?
When she was alive. The trachea, voice box.
Oh.
Look here. See these things?
Yeah.
These little wing affairs? Very fragile. Now, the upper horn of this wing...
Yes, it's been broken.
Yeah, this, my dear Commander Rollins, is one of the most significant fractures in the whole field of forensic medicine.
Assume that I've asked the question.
It is almost always caused by one means. Manual pressure.
Oh?
Strangulation.
Checking the missing persons register occupied several weeks, and the yardmen found 281 names of missing women between the ages of 40 and 50, around 5 feet tall and with grey hair.
I think they would.
Then we were faced with the problem of finding which one of these women wore an upper dental plate of 7 teeth and also had 4 other teeth which had been filled. On the 85th personal call, Detective Constable Charles Barry reported that a woman in Bayswater, whose missing sister's name was on our list, had told him this sister had worn false teeth and an upper dental plate. The woman who had disappeared on Good Friday, 1941, 16 months previous, had been married, but living apart from her husband. Her name was Mrs. Rachel Dobkin.
Uh-huh.
Something clicked in my mind. I had seen that name and that date before somewhere. That was at the time of the Great Easter Blitz of 41, when the Luftwaffe really poured it on us.
Sure.
I sent the files for a copy of the Police Gazette of April 11, 1941.
The Police Gazette?
The Yard's daily police newspaper.
Oh. We got a Police Gazette in the States, too, but it's kind of different.
Yes, I dare say. Well, I found the item I wanted, a very brief one under Lost and Found Articles. A woman's purse had been found in a post office at Guildford in Surrey by the postmistress when the office was closed on the evening of Good Friday, 1941.
Well?
It was Mrs. Rachel Dobkin's purse.
I don't get it.
Well, neither did we. I assigned Detective Inspector Lewis Hatton to work with me. We agreed it was most baffling.
Most baffling?
No question that this was her purse. Ration card, in the name of Mrs. Rachel Dobkin. Identity card, same name. 10-shilling note, 11 and coin, lipstick, comb, mirror.
2 tram tickets?
Hers, all right.
Curious. Curious there's no return ticket to London. Perhaps she was running away.
She'd not get far in England without her ration and her identity card. No inquiries were ever made for the purse. And we find her skeleton in Kensington 15 months later.
Sure it was hers?
No doubt at all. We found a dentist almost at once. He positively identified the jaw and the fillings in the teeth.
Charts?
We showed the sergeant his charts made at the time he did the work. They checked.
When was that chapel place destroyed?
The day before Easter, Saturday. It wasn't a bomb hit, knocked down by concussion, no hit.
But she was reported missing the day before, Good Friday.
Aye?
No fire either. But the skeleton was burned, charred.
Baffling. Where are you going, Hatton?
Oh, I thought I'd take a run up to Kensington again. I'd like to see the Kensington Fire Brigade's occurrence book.
And there wasn't any fire.
No, not on the night of the raid, sir. Saturday, but we don't know about the other days, will we?
What? Telephone me if you find anything.
A hunch.
A hunch, that's right. Sometimes they, what is it you Americans say, pay off?
Pay off, that's right. Sometimes they pay off.
Hatton didn't telephone me. He came bursting unceremoniously into my room upstairs 2 hours later. Eh?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. There was a fire.
Really?
I saw the occurrence book at the Kensington Fire Brigade. The fire was on Tuesday the 15th at 11:31. That was when the Kensington police station telephoned it in.
What?
One of the constables had discovered it.
Police constable?
That's in the police occurrence book, too.
But didn't the ARP fire watchers have...
No, the fire watchers didn't report it at all.
Well, maybe there wasn't a fire watcher there.
Oh, yes, there was one, sir. Don't you want to know his name, Commander Rawlings?
What?
The name of the fire watcher who didn't report the fire in the chapel where the skeleton was found is Harry Dobkin.
I called for a meeting of all those who were concerned in the case. Keith Simpson, the Home Office pathologist.
Evening,
Detective
sir.
Inspector Hatton.
Sorry to be late, sir.
Station Sergeant Andrew C. McLeod of Kensington.
Yes, sir.
And myself. McLeod was there to tell us what he knew. The others to lend me a hand in taking stock and determining what should be done next. First, I asked Hatton, have you discovered Harry Dobkin?
Unfortunately, not yet, sir.
Why?
Well, it is true, sir, that he was employed as a fire watcher by the firm of manufacturing chemists whose buildings adjoin the chapel in Kensington, but they informed me that his services were unsatisfactory and he was sacked on 14th September last year.
He wasn't an enrolled ARP member then?
No, sir. He was employed as a private fire watcher. We've checked the address he had given. The place was destroyed by enemy action on the night of 21-22 February this year. There has been no trace of him since.
Due inquiry is being made, however.
Oh, naturally, sir.
And it is certain that he was on duty the night of the fire on Tuesday, 15 April, 1941.
Yes, sir. It's a matter of record in Station Sergeant McLeod's occurrence book.
Yes, sir. According to the occurrence book, P.C. Ivor Lamb of Kensington Police Station saw him, recognized him, and spoke with him after the fire was extinguished by the fire brigade. I've brought with me the page in question, sir. Third entry from the top, sir.
Thank you. Nothing much we can do until we see Dobkin.
We'll find him, sir.
Unless he's gone for a Burton.
Unless he's dead, yes, sir.
Now, let's see what we have. Keith Simpson says the woman was murdered.
Yes, I am strongly of that opinion, Commander Rollins.
You believe that she was murdered by her husband, Harry Dobkin?
I have no opinions whatever on that subject, Commander. That is a detective matter, not a medical one. However, I believe that you'll find that she was murdered.
One moment, Sergeant McLeod. Simpson, you are convinced the skeleton was that of Mrs. Rachel Dobkin?
I would testify to that effect. There is the matter of the deduced description tallying with that of Mrs. Dobkin. The teeth have been positively identified as hers, and I have here what I consider highly important corroborative evidence. Now, this is a film copy of a full-face photograph of Rachel Dobkin.
Oh, let me see.
And this is an X-ray photograph to the same scale of the skull of the victim. Now, I superimpose them. And you observe that there are at least 5 points of coincidence. Observe. Size, height and width of the eye sockets. Height and width of the nose space.
I should say there is no doubt that the victim was Rachel Dobkin.
As I stated, I suspect murder.
Well, there's the uncalled-for purse in the post office at Guildford, for one thing.
If the woman were alive, she'd certainly make inquiries about a lost purse.
She couldn't live without her identity card and her ration book.
Yes, and that broken bone in the voice box of the skeleton is almost unmistakable evidence of strangulation. Manual strangulation.
Sir.
Yes, Sergeant McLeod.
Sir, this man Dobkin was living apart from his wife. It was a legal separation.
Yes, we know that.
Something you don't know, sir. Begging your pardon. Dobkin had been contributing to his wife's support for several years.
What?
Aye, but he was very irregular about it. You know, she had him in court for it.
So?
Yes, sir. Well, now, up to the end of the second week in April, he had been quite dilatory about paying in his weekly 20 shillings.
How do you know?
He had to make the payments at the Kensington police station, sir. Either to me or my assistant.
Oh.
And he hadn't paid anything in since the 18th September 1940.
Well, that may... Yes?
Excuse me, sir. There's an urgent telephone call for Station Sergeant McLeod. Kensington Police Station calling.
Will you excuse me, sir?
Oh, you can take it right here, Sergeant. There's a telephone over there, top of the bookcase.
Oh, aye. Well, thank you, sir.
Very good, Constable.
Yes, sir.
Interesting, at least, sir.
Might have something to do with the motive, though.
Yes, of course. Well, it's good to have a record of it anyway.
Your friend Dobkin hasn't been blown to bits.
Yes, and if you have enough evidence to charge her with murder.
Good thorough chap, this Kensington man.
Sergeant McLeod? Oh, the best, an old guardsman.
Oh, so?
CSM, 4th Battalion, Scots Guards in the First War. Military Medal with Bar, DCM. Good man.
Oh, you thought that moustache spelled Sergeant Major, didn't they?
Sir, that was Detective Constable Sanderson from our house.
Yes?
He's spoken to the parson of that church. Parson tells him nothing inflammable was ever stored in that cellar where the skeleton was found. But when he went to view the damage after the fire, on the morning after, that was on Wednesday, 16th of April, 1941, he found a half-burned straw palliasse in there. It had been torn open and set on fire.
I see.
Oh.
It obviously did not belong there.
Didn't the parson see the skeleton at the time?
It was under that rock slab, sir.
Ah, yes. Well, very interesting. Oh, you didn't finish telling us about Dobkin and the money he wasn't paying to his wife at your station.
Oh, aye, sir, that. Well, it's quite curious. You know, on the morning of the 16th of April, he showed up big as life and paid in his 20 shillings.
Really?
Did he?
Aye, sir. And he showed up on the dot every Wednesday after that with payment, until the date when he was sacked by his employers there in Kensington.
And Mrs. Dobkin never appeared at your station to collect it?
How could she, sir? She was dead.
That was the way it all ended, then. Or did you find the murderer after all? Or was it murder after all?
That bit of the late rather unlamented Mrs. Dobkin there would hardly be here in the Black Museum at Scotland Yard if it wasn't murder, old boy.
Yes. You know, that broken bone there is real good evidence of strangulation, isn't it?
It was good enough.
Well, go on. What did you do when you found out Harry Dobkin was dead, too? Give up the idea that
he didn't find out that he was dead.
But the bomb that...
merely found out that he had disappeared.
Oh.
It would be rather a coincidence, wouldn't it? A woman apparently murdered under circumstances that involved her husband so deeply, and then the suspected husband popped off so conveniently before he was even suspected.
Well...
A little too much to swallow. A little too simple.
Yeah. If I'd been in your Harry Dobkin spot, I'd be tickled silly if people thought I'd get pumped off.
And if the opportunity offered, you'd be glad to walk away and say nothing to anyone.
Let people think so.
That was one of the several mistakes Dobkin made. If he could have taken another name...
Didn't he?
There's the matter of identity cards.
Oh.
In a country at war, it's a little difficult to walk in and say, I'll have an identity card and a ration book in the name of Sam Small or Bonerges Blitzen Jr. They ask embarrassing questions, you know.
Spies, huh? Spies they'd be thinking of.
Right. And a few questions will discover the fact that your name is Harry Dobkin, and there are more embarrassing questions. And first thing, you know...
I get it.
So we reasoned if Harry Dobkin was still alive, he'd be alive somewhere as Harry Dobkin. And all we had to do was to find him.
Uh-huh. Oh. Did you?
Detective Inspector Hatton had the idea. On the first day of September, he walked into an establishment on Edgware Road, a shop that sold men's cheap clothing. It was the 39th place he had visited, and other yardmen had made similar inquiries in about 400 other similar shops all over London. He asked for the proprietor and was ushered into the man's little cubicle of an office. He identified himself.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Detective Inspector Hatton of Scotland Yard. Here are my credentials.
What's the matter? There's nothing...
I merely wish to see your records, sir.
Records? Well, there's nothing...
I'm looking for a name, sir. A purchaser of clothing of any sort between the 21st day of February and the present date.
Well, I don't...
you are required by law to take the name of any purchaser of clothing who presents the proper ration coupons for the articles purchased.
Well, I can't be spending all...
Or perhaps you sell articles without the proper coupons. An actionable offense.
Oh, no. No, Inspector.
May I see your books?
But of course. I have them right here. Right here. Here. All up to date and correct.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Taped. Henry. Meredith. Oliver B. Barbacio James. Authoress Thomas. Dobkin. Harry. And the address.
Did you find him?
I thought he'd have to buy new clothing eventually. Thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes? Come in. Oh, Hatton.
I found Dobkin, sir.
Well, that's very good work, Detective Inspector.
Thank you, sir.
Where is he?
Outside, sir.
Well, shall we have the gentleman in?
By all means, sir. Come in, Mr. Dobkin. This is Mr. Harry Dobkin, Deputy Commander Rawlings.
Come in, Mr. Dobkin. Have a chair.
Thank you.
Be seated, gentlemen.
Might I ask why Scotland Yard is interested in me, Commander?
Mr. Dobkin, you were a fire watcher near the chapel in Kensington where a fire occurred on the night of Tuesday, 15 April 1941.
I was.
Why did you not report that fire?
Well, it's rather a story, sir.
We should like to hear it, Mr. Dobkin.
Well, I was supposed to report to the fire warden at Neville Place. And...
Did you do so?
Well, no, sir, I didn't.
Why, if you please?
Oh, he wasn't there.
Where was he?
Oh, I don't know, sir. I suppose he'd nipped around a corner or somewhere for a smoke or a mug-up or something, and... Well, you understand, sir? I knew him quite well.
What was his name?
Do you know, his name slipped my mind completely. Gordon? No. Gresham? No. No, I'm afraid I've completely forgotten it. I did report it to post number 7, though.
After the fire brigade had come and gone?
Yes. I didn't want to leave the premises. You see... Why are you so interested in this after all this time, may I ask?
Certain things happened that night.
Oh, they must have happened whilst I was gone to report to post 7, sir.
You saw nothing suspicious at all?
No, sir, nothing at all. What happened?
At any time that night?
No, sir.
The skeleton of a woman was found destroyed by fire in that cellar. There's been no fire in that place either before or since the 15th of April last year.
Oh, dear, how dreadful.
The woman was your former wife.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I did hear that she had disappeared. I'm sorry. I disliked the woman intensely.
You are surprised to hear of that?
Well, naturally. But we'd been separated for some time. I'm afraid I've no tears for her. She was so... Well, never mind. So that's what became of her.
And you have no knowledge whatever of the circumstances?
No, none whatever, sir.
Very well, Mr. Dobkin. Thank you. We may perhaps call on you later.
Is that all then, sir?
Quite. Thank you for coming in.
I'm terribly shocked, Jameson.
You have our sympathy, Mr. Dobkin. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, thank you. Sir.
Well?
He's a liar.
Yes?
Excuse me, gentlemen. Was there anything else found in that place?
What sort of thing?
Oh, why, a palliasse, a straw mattress.
Why do you ask, Dobkin?
Why, you see, I had an old straw mattress on the roof of the building where I was fire watching, and, you know, it disappeared that same night. I thought perhaps someone could have stolen it and used it to start the fire.
I'm sure I don't know.
Well, I was just thinking back. Well, if I can be of help in any way.
Thank you, Mr. Dobkin.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Dobkin.
Asking for it, eh?
We watched him quite closely for a week. Dobkin was puzzled, we discovered, and by the simple-mindedness of the yard people who had accepted his explanation so readily.
Think he would be.
But then he decided, apparently, that our ready acceptance was much too suspicious.
Got smart, eh?
Not so awfully smart. He called on me again. Hatton was with me. We were so genial and guileless, we listened so politely.
I just thought I'd stop by and inquire what progress you're making.
Oh?
I remember that fire warden's name.
Ah.
Greenbaum, his name was. Greenbaum.
He told us his name was Gregory.
Did he tell you I reported to him?
Oh, yes. Although he said his post was only 2 minutes away from the chapel, and if all the things that occurred, placing your wife's body in the vault, doing all the other things, were done in the 4 minutes you were absent, well...
I told you I don't know anything about my wife's murder.
Why, Mr. Dobkin, nobody has said anything about murder.
Well, I don't know anything about it. I tell you, I didn't strangle her. I didn't.
Go ahead, Hatton.
Harry Dobkin, I arrest you on the charge of willful murder.
No, I didn't.
I must warn you that anything you say will be taken down in writing and may be used in evidence against you.
And what happened?
He was brought to trial, and with the evidence that Scotland Yard was able to supply, the Crown found no difficulty whatever in convincing a jury of his guilt. They were out 25 minutes. The verdict was guilty, and he was sentenced to be hanged. On the evening of Thursday 10, September 1942, he made a final and complete confession. The following morning, Friday, 11 September, at 8 o'clock...
The story you have just heard was transcribed from the files of the Metropolitan Police, New Scotland Yard. Dates, names, and places are real. The story is true. The information came from Mr. Percy Hoskins, chief crime reporter of the London Daily Express, and the true story was written and directed by Willis Cooper.
Whitehall 1212. Hurry.
This is Scotland Yard.
For the first time, Scotland Yard opens its secret files to bring you the authentic, true stories of some of its most baffling cases. These records are drawn from the Scotland Yard files, and only the names of the participants have been changed. The research has been prepared by Mr. Percy Hoskins, chief crime reporter for the London Daily Express. The stories for radio are written and directed by Mr. Willis Cooper. Here are the principal participants in Scotland Yard case number 397 MR381. Stanley Russell, shop clerk.
Mr. Russell is not to be found.
Mrs. Hope Russell, his wife.
Mrs. Russell was reported missing on the day before Good Friday.
Adolf Hitler's Luftwaffe. Chief Inspector Bryce Purcell of Scotland Yard.
I should like to introduce Deputy Commander William Bird of Scotland Yard, my superior officer.
Before we proceed, I believe it would be a good idea to visit the Black Museum. Come along with me, if you please.
After you, sir.
Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, sir.
This is Chief Superintendent John Davidson, curator of Scotland Yard's Black Museum.
Well, how do you do? You came about case number 397 MR381, I believe you said, sir?
Right. Will you tell us about it, John?
Well, this is the exhibit. No, don't touch it, please. It's quite fragile. And as you can see, it has already been broken. We have a great many other exhibits of crimes in these rooms. Murder weapons, blood-stained garments, bullets that have snuffed out many lives, death masks of many notorious criminals. Almost every instrument of violence that can be conceived. I should explain that these gruesome objects about us are not merely souvenirs. Many of them have aided our men in solving other crimes and bringing the perpetrators to justice. Now, this one.
Tell us what this thing is, John.
This is Mrs. Hope Russell.
"16 months after the Easter Blitz of 1941, the work of clearing out bombed-out areas of London was still progressing. On the 12th July 1942, the Scotland Yard Information Room received an urgent call from PC John Dunn of the Kennington District. A patrol car in which Chief Inspector Purcell was riding was dispatched to the scene, a partially destroyed Baptist chapel.
I was directed to the spot by P.C. Dunn, who was on point duty at the road intersection.
Right over there, sir, where you see the men standing. They found something, sir. The navvies that's working here.
Right, thank you. Morning, boys.
Morning.
What have you found?
Who are you, mate?
I'm Chief Inspector Purcell, Scotland Yard. What's up?
Down, sir? Down there.
In that hole, sir?
Yeah. It's an old burying vault, sir.
What is it?
A skeleton, sir. He's dead.
Up down, Georgie and Sean, with your torch.
All right.
There you see, sir. Here he is.
Stand to one side, will you?
He's off under this stone slab, sir. Now, see?
I see him. Well, what's so strange about a skeleton in a burial vault?
There ain't been anybody in there since 1934, sir.
1935.
I was in that gang that moved the old corpses out of here, Herbert. It was 1934. We didn't leave 'em one. God bless you.
It's the quicklime down here, sir.
Quicklime? How'd quicklime get down there?
You're the detective, mister. We just work here.
The badly burned skeleton was removed to the pathological laboratories at Scotland Yard, together with the other articles found in the vault. A considerable amount of quicklime and a half-burned straw pelleas which had partially covered the remains. There was nothing else. I stood beside Keith Briggs, the Home Office pathologist, while he completed his examination. What do you think, Keith? I asked.
Well, she's dead.
She?
Well, it's a woman, all right. No question about that. The hip bones are characteristically a woman's. So is the sacrum here, and...
How old a woman?
Oh, middle-aged, I'd say. See, the bones are fully developed, so we know she was full-grown. And there were 1 or 2 strands of long gray hair adhering to the skull. Here they are. And then the teeth here.
What about them?
Well, you see, they're pretty well worn. Now, you see here, in the upper jaw, 7 of the uppers are missing. Now, see these ridges?
Yes.
Well, they were caused by a dental plate, which probably consisted of 7 teeth, and then...
What are you looking for?
The measuring tape.
Oh, here. The lady was lying on it. What are you going to do now?
See how tall she was.
She's rather jumbled about. And the feet, where are they?
Oh, the thigh bone's all I need. Oh, hold it, please, sir. This one. Now, let's see. 43 centimeters. Well, that's all right, sir. Now, 43 centimeters multiplied by 3.6.
What are you doing?
On Sediment scale, you multiply the length of the thigh bone by 3.6. Man's, that's 3.7. And you get the exact height. Now, see, that's 154.8 centimeters. We'll call it 1 meter 55. Meters 39.37 and 55 hundredths of 39.37 is 21.65. Now, 39.37 plus 21.65, that's 7, 5, 12, 6, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 3, 5, 6, 61.02 inches. There. She was 5 feet 1 200 inches tall. In a word, 5'1".
What was her name?
Whatever her name, sir, she was murdered.
Consider that I've asked the question.
Eh? Oh, how do I know? Well, this bone here.
Where does it fit?
This is what she talked with. It's the voice box, the trachea, the throat. Look, see these little wing things up here? Oh, you see this one? See, it's broken.
Well,
this is one of the most significant fractures in all forensic medicine, sir.
Why?
There's only one way to do it.
Oh, come on, man. Don't come Sherlock Holmes on me. How do you do it?
Well, I was about to say by manual pressure on the throat, sir.
Strangulation, you mean?
Intentional strangulation, sir. There's no other way.
And then there's the quicklime.
Surely you know that quicklime will not destroy a body, sir.
Yes, I know it, Keith. But murderers seldom do. Reference to the ARP records showed that every other casualty and missing persons in Kennington had been accounted for. It was apparent that the victim had not been a resident of that district. I caused bulletins and charts of the teeth to be sent to all the dentists in London for identification. No results were forthcoming, and we were forced to conclude that the dentist in question had become an air raid casualty, or that the work had been done in some other city. I gave Purcell a very difficult assignment.
Difficult, sir? Well, it's not so difficult, but it's tedious. It'll take a long time.
I know, but it's got to be done. I'm strongly of the opinion that it was murder.
We checked carefully, sir, and the only quicklime on the entire premises was that in the vault with the skeleton. I thought they might have dusted the entire place with quicklime for sanitary purposes, but they hadn't. Certainly looks as if someone had wanted to dispose of a body.
Until we know who she was, we'll never discover who he is.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll get cracking. I'll need men to go over the missing persons registers, sir, to find the names and addresses.
Every woman 5 feet tall, of middle age with gray hair, who is still missing now.
And then I'll need more men to make inquiries of all the next of kin to see which of them wore false teeth.
And to find out which one wore an upper plate that matches the one in Briggs's chart here.
It'll take a good many men and a good bit of time, sir.
You can get the men, Purcell, and we've got the time. Good luck.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Nothing whatever happened for 2 weeks, except for the unrewarded activities of Purcell's men. I had a minor inspiration about the 7th day. Put me through to Sergeant Bowles, please. Commander Baird here, Sergeant. I should like you to send me all the file copies of the Metro operations for the period 2 weeks before to 2 weeks after the Easter Blitz of last year, please. Yes, at once, if you please. The Metropolitan Informations is a daily newspaper containing digests of all the crime news. It is usually invaluable. I pored over every issue, looking assiduously for an item that might prove of some help. I had reached the end of the first week after the date the Kennington Chapel was destroyed with no results whatever when Purcell reported.
Found, sir.
Oh, good.
Here. Here is the missing plate.
That's much better than I'd hoped for, Purcell.
Apparently the plate hurt her mouth. She often left it at home. As a matter of fact, I found it at her sister's.
Oh?
I stopped upstairs to see Keith Briggs in the laboratory, and they fit exactly, allowing for the fact that there's no flesh on the jawbones. Ah, here's Keith.
Is that right, Keith?
That's right, sir. And the marks on the skeleton's teeth coincide exactly with these little clamps here. I've brought the skull down. Yeah. You see, sir?
Oh, she looks very fine. Congratulations, Purcell.
Thank you, sir. The only thing is, she was reported missing 3 days before the raid that destroyed the chapel.
She was?
It's in all the records, sir.
Where were you, madame?
She might have been hidden in the vault immediately she was murdered, sir. And then the fire, when the place was bombed...
It must have been quite a hot fire. Let's see. The Kennington Fire Brigade, please. Yes. Oh, what's her name, Purcell?
Mrs. Hope Russell.
Russell. Hope Russell, did you say... Oh, hello. Is that the Kennington Fire Brigade? The senior company officer, if you please. I'll wait. Hope Russell. I've run across that name somewhere. Yes? Thank you. Hello, this is Commander Bird at Scotland Yard. Do you remember during the Easter Blitz last year when the Baptist chapel was destroyed there in Kennington? What I wanted to know was that a very severe fire... What? There was no fire?
What?
No fire whatever when the chapel was destroyed? Oh, 2 days later. How very curious. It was reported by whom? The Kennington police. Or wasn't there a... Oh, look here, old chap. I'm sending at once for their divisional superintendent. Could you possibly come along with him to my office at the yard? Yes. I'm afraid it is rather important. I'll have him pick you up in his car. Thank you so much. At once, yes.
No fire.
Keith, will you mind? Get him and the fire chap over here at once. Use my name. Ask them both to bring their records for that night. Please.
All right, sir. No fire, eh?
What's that woman's name, Purcell?
Mrs. Hope Russell.
I knew I remembered it. Look at this.
Metro Informations, eh?
Look under articles lost and found. I was just reading it.
Lost and found.
Here, the third item. Read that.
Found by Postmistress Guilford, Surrey, in the post office yesterday, a woman's purse. Black leather, plain, strap. Contents, lipstick, comb, mirror, 2 London tram tickets, 11pence in coin, ration book, identity card, issued to Mrs. Hope Russell. Well, what was she doing in Guildford?
Look at the date of the paper, Purcell.
April...
What was she doing in Guildford 3 days after the air raid in Kennington? The divisional superintendent and the fire brigade officer from Kennington sat in my office with Purcell and me. I looked at the fire brigade records first.
Now, here, sir. This is the day of the big raid when the chapel was destroyed. Good Friday evening, 11th of April, 1941.
Yes.
Every call is set down in the occurrence book here, sir.
Yes, I know.
Together with all the calls to the auxiliary fire service, the civilians, sir.
Yes, I know.
And you can see there's no report whatever of a fire at the Kennington Baptist Chapel from either source.
Quite.
But over here, sir, on this page, Tuesday the 15th, 4 days later, 11 o'clock p.m. You see, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Chapel and so forth. Report telephoned in by Kennington Police Station.
Do your records correspond, Superintendent?
I'll read it to you, sir. 10:57 p.m., Tuesday, 15th of April. P.C. Allison telephoned to report a fire at the ruins of the Baptist Chapel. Alarm telephone to Kennington Fire Brigade at 11 p.m.
You rang us up yourself, Robert.
I did that indeed. Here's my initials.
What do you think, Purcell?
Why did the police constable report it?
Yes, I was just going to ask that.
I don't understand, sir.
Wasn't there a fire watcher?
Wasn't there?
Well, sir, there was a fire watcher.
There was supposed to be.
Well, where was he?
Asleep, sir, probably.
Or out catching a drink somewhere.
Not an ARP man.
No, sir. A private man employed for the wholesale chemist across the road from the chapel. A thoroughly useless man.
Completely undependable.
Yeah, his employers caught up with him at last, sir. He was sacked 6 or 7 weeks ago. I've not seen him since.
Neither have I.
Well, sounds like a spiv to me.
He is, sir. I knew him quite well. Had a great deal of trouble with his wife, and I used to see him quite regularly.
Oh?
He agreed to pay in 18 shillings and 9pence, I think it was, weekly, at the police station for her, which he didn't ever do.
Not ever.
Never once till Easter Monday last year, right after the big raid. He kept it up, too, till he was discharged and left.
I suppose this chemical firm he worked for could put us onto him. I'd like to have a chat with the fellow. Wouldn't you, Purcell?
I certainly would. I'll telephone them now and ask them if you'll give me the name of the firm and his name.
Oh, his name is Stanley Russell.
Russell?
I wonder if you'd know his wife's name, Superintendent.
I've seen it often enough. Yes, sir. Her name is Mrs. Hope Russell.
In The Pirates of Penzance, Gilbert and Sullivan complain bitterly that a policeman's lot is not a happy one. I subscribe most heartily to that sentiment. I would like you to hear Chief Inspector Purcell's report to me, just as he gave it, in my office. Well, Purcell, I said, did you find our Mr. Stanley Russell all right?
Not there.
Well, you left men to wait for him, haven't you?
Sir, I got the address of the place. Sergeant Hatton and I drove there in a yard car driven by Constable Small.
Get on with it, man.
The whole bloody place was gone, sir.
Gone?
The whole bloody block was destroyed. Destroyed by an enemy bomb in an air raid 6 months ago. One day after Russell moved in. Not one person in the whole building's been heard of since. Sir, I respectfully request permission to go somewhere and get howling drunk.
You know, Purcell, I think I'll go with you.
But we didn't. We sat quietly in Commander Bird's office and thought long, dark thoughts. After a while, Keith Briggs, the pathologist, observing the light inside, stopped by, and almost at the same time, John Davidson from the back museum came in to see what was up. Nothing's up, John, I said. On the contrary.
What happened?
Purcell was just telling Keith here. The chap is a Blitz casualty.
Dead? And may God have mercy on his soul.
I'd rather hope to hear a bloke in a black cap say that, Keith. I thought we had him, dead to rights.
Oh, don't be so bloody American.
I think we could have proved it. He strangled her, then hid her body in the vault. Took a handbag to Guildford and lost it in the post office there.
Cleverly putting Scotland Yard off the scent.
Timing was a little bad.
And then when the Blitz came...
Tried quicklime first, didn't work.
Blitz came, and he set her afire.
If he'd been a better fire watcher and not hiding in a hole somewhere, he'd have known there was no fire that night.
Yeah, but he wasn't a good fire watcher.
Wasn't good at anything.
I wonder...
what, John?
What do you mean, John?
Well, if I'd strangled my wife and burned her up, which God forbid, because I haven't one, I'd be very happy to have people think I was dead. If I'd hear that my home was destroyed and everybody in it dead, I should be delighted, most delighted. I'd change my name.
Not in wartime, you wouldn't.
That's right. Identity cards and ration books.
Absolutely.
I'd forgotten. Getting new ones in the name of Harry Hawkins or Sam Small would be difficult. But even Scotland Yard would stop looking for me if they thought I was dead. Wouldn't they, Commander Bird?
And you'd go around buying new clothing and whatnot if you could, and presenting your own ration book in your own name and... Where are you going, Purcell?
I'm going to stagger home through the blackout, sir, with your permission. I've a large number of men's clothing stores to interview beginning tomorrow, and I'd like to get a good night's sleep. Good night, all.
The Stanley Russell crop was enormous. Chief Inspector Purcell discovered that 234 of them had purchased clothing since the date our Stanley Russell had been reported dead by enemy action. But not one of them was the Stanley Russell we wanted. We made thorough inquiries of all his known acquaintances, all to no avail. The War Office had no record of our man. We were reluctantly forced to the conclusion that he was dead, or that he had heard of our search for him and gone to ground most effectively, as I said to a rather haggard Purcell. Purcell shook his head.
I'd like to keep on looking, sir, if I may. I have a hunch that he'll turn up unexpectedly.
It will certainly be unexpected so far as I'm concerned.
I'd like to keep on trying, sir.
Well, for a few weeks more, but I'm afraid... Commander Bird speaking. Yes, he's here. It's for you, Purcell.
Well, I'll take it outside, sir.
No, don't. Take it here.
Thank you, sir. Chief Inspector Purcell here. Who is he? Oh? Well, I don't know him personally, but I know of him. Yes. Will you ask him to wait a moment? I'll ring you back. Sir.
Yeah?
I've never been so shocked in all my life.
Oh, really? What's happened? Somebody dead?
Somebody's alive.
What?
If I'd heard this on the radio, I wouldn't have believed it.
Why, what's happened?
Mr. Stanley Russell is calling on us.
Well, Brother Purcell, let him enter and be received in due form.
Will you show Mr. Stanley Russell in, please? Thank you.
You sound like a spider, Purcell.
Thank you, sir. I feel I am.
And a chair for our guest.
You think I sound like a spider? Come in.
Mr. Stanley Russell, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen. I was looking for Inspector Purcell.
Come in, sir. I'm Chief Inspector Purcell.
How do you do, sir?
And this is Commander Bird.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. May I sit down? Thank you. Does one smoke in here?
Yes, by all means.
Will you try an Abdullah?
I'm afraid I always smoke Woodbines. Now, I hear Scotland Yard is looking for me.
That's true.
Why, may I ask?
You've been extremely hard to find.
Oh, I've been in the country. Derbyshire.
We should have come there eventually.
Oh, I've saved you the trouble. What do you want to see me about?
You were a fire watcher, Mr. Russell, in Kennington.
Yes.
There was an unreported fire at the Baptist chapel there whilst you were on duty.
When?
2 nights after the raid that destroyed the chapel.
I didn't see any fire. Is that all you wanted?
No, Mr. Russell.
Well, I don't recall any fire, sir.
You didn't see or hear the fire brigade?
No, sir.
Near 11 o'clock?
Oh. Well, I must admit I wasn't there.
Where were you?
I did see the fire brigade moving away when I came back, but...
Where were you?
Oh, I was out of cigarettes, and I strolled around the corner to see if I could borrow 1 or 2 from the fire watcher at post 4.
He says he never saw you, Mr. Russell.
Oh, he's probably forgotten. It's a long time ago.
He will swear he didn't see you that night.
Well, the fire obviously didn't do any damage.
A woman was burned to death in it.
Murdered?
Do you know anything about it?
Of course not. I'm very sorry to hear that anything like that...
The woman was your wife.
May I have 1 of your cigarettes, please? Thanks. So that's what became of her.
Do you know anything about it?
I'm afraid I must disappoint you, gentlemen. I wasn't on very good terms with her.
We know that.
I'm afraid I've no tears for her. She was... Oh, well, she's dead now. I shan't say anything. Naturally, I'm shocked.
Naturally.
But I'm afraid I'm not sorry.
Do you know anyone who would have had a motive for murdering him? You had a motive, didn't you, Mr. Russell?
I can see how you might think so, but I didn't murder her, I assure you.
When did you last see her?
I don't really remember. Several months before she was murdered, I think.
How do you know she was murdered?
Why, you said so.
Did I?
Oh, I would have had good cause to, Inspector, but I'd have been a fool to do it now, wouldn't I?
Yes. Well, Mr. Russell, thank you for coming to see us. If there is anything else you remember, please come back and see us again. I think that's all for now. How can we find you if we need you? We may want your corroboration of certain facts.
Well, I'll write down my address, sir.
It's a sad affair, and you have our sympathy.
Thank you, sir. I admit I'm terribly shocked.
Of course.
Well, here's the address and telephone number, sir.
Thank you. Feel free to call on us at any time. Goodbye.
Well, goodbye, gentlemen. I was merely trying to do my duty.
Oh, you've done it admirably, sir. Goodbye.
Well, thank you.
Well,
he's a liar.
I know it.
May I ask why you...
Why I let him go? He thinks he's got us completely fooled. He'll be back with more helpful information. Come in, Mr. Russell.
I just remembered something that might be of importance.
Come in.
I remembered that an old straw pelleas, a mattress I used to catch 40 winks on, it was stolen about that time.
Oh.
Could that have been used to stop the fire? Did you find it?
Yes, we found it.
Oh, that's good. Well, I must go now. Oh, by the way, was the body destroyed?
By the quicklime?
Yes. What's the matter?
You are a very clever man, Mr. Russell. Much too clever for your own good.
Why? Why, may I ask?
No one had mentioned quicklime, except you.
Well, I thought... I mean... I didn't... I wasn't even there. I tell you, I didn't touch her.
I said you were much too clever for your own good.
You think I didn't strangle her?
Go ahead, Chief Inspector.
Stanley Russell, I arrest you on the charge of willful murder.
I didn't do it.
And I warn you that whatever you say will be taken down in writing and may be given in evidence.
The crime.
The painstaking evidence Scotland Yard had collected, together with Stanley Russell's own statements, were sufficient to convince a jury that he had murdered his wife, Hope Russell, and burned her body. All his allegations of misconduct on her part were proved completely false. It was demonstrated at the trial that he had planned the murder for a long time, and having found a convenient time and place, had committed it.
The verdict.
My Lord, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of willful murder.
The sentence.
Prisoner at the bar, stand up. It is the sentence of this court that you be hanged by the neck until dead. And may God have mercy on your soul.
You have heard the true story of case number 397MR381 from the files of Scotland Yard. The names of the participants have, for obvious reasons, been changed. Starting next week, Whitehall 1212 will be heard at a new time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Research by Percy Hoskins of the London Daily Express. Stories for radio written and directed by Willis Cooper. Next, listen for Tales of the Texas Rangers on NBC.
Whitehall 1212. Quickly, please.
This is Scotland Yard.
For the first time, Scotland Yard opens its secret files to bring you the authentic, true stories of some of its most baffling cases. These accurate records are drawn from the Scotland Yard file by special permission of Commissioner Sir Harold Scott. They're true in every respect, except for the names of the participants, which, for obvious reasons, have been changed. The research has been done by Mr. Percy Hoskins, chief crime reporter for the London Daily Express, and the stories for radio are written and directed by Mr. Willis Cooper. Here are the principal participants in case number 201 MR340. Sidney Patterson, builder.
Mr. Patterson is absent, sir.
Detective Inspector Edmund Whittaker of Scotland Yard.
It was quite obvious why Mr. Patterson was absent. There are other participants in our case number 201 MR340, but not of the same importance as Mr. Patterson. We shall run across them as we go on. We shall run across a great many interesting things as we reenact case 201 MR340. And I should like to warn you, if you have the slightest trace of murder in your heart, that a murdered person's teeth are almost impossible to destroy, and that nothing is ever lost, and will certainly be found sometime, somewhere, by someone. Now, will you come with me? This is Scotland Yard's Black Museum.
Yes?
It's Inspector Whittaker, sir, with a friend.
Oh, do come in, Whittaker.
Thank you, sir. Come along. This is Chief Superintendent John Davidson, the curator of the Black Museum.
Well, how do you do? I'm afraid this place is a little like a chamber of horrors, although our exhibits taken by themselves are not so startling. But they are souvenirs of the lawbreaker's art, particularly of the unlovely art of murder. Now, this human bone here brought one man to the hangman's expert hands. And these dried bloodstains on this cloth are from a once-loving husband's throat. And this revolver... Oh, but you wanted to see the exhibits in our case 201 MR340, didn't you, Whittaker?
Yes, if you please, sir.
Well, these are the only ones we had. Man's tooth, and this badly charred top of an ordinary office stool.
That's all we have here of case 201 MR340. The rest is elsewhere. Detective Sergeant Alexander McMurphy and I, we were the murder squad next on call, were sitting peacefully chatting in my office at Scotland Yard that evening of the 16th May, waiting for our relief, who were due in less than half an hour.
Oh, you're early, Anson. No such luck, Mac. Oh, hello, Boots.
What's up, Boots?
Investigation, sir.
Why couldn't they wait another half hour?
Sorry, sir. It just came in. We don't live right.
Camden Town, sir.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fire.
What?
They want someone from the yard.
What are we, a bleeding auxiliary fire brigade, do they think?
They seem to have come across someone sitting in the middle of it, sir.
What?
Sitting in it?
Grilled to a turn.
What?
There's the address, sir. Your car's waiting.
We hastened at once, of course, to the Camden Town location, about 20 miles away. The fire was a small one. It had partially destroyed an old shed which had been used as an office by a local builder, Mr. Sidney Patterson. It was only a smouldering ruin when we arrived and identified ourselves as the magnificently moustached section leader in charge. We followed him into the soggy ruins of the shed.
Right here, gentlemen. We wetted him down with the fire hoses as soon as we saw him, but it was much too late.
Hot fire?
Oh, ruddy inferno.
Mm-hmm.
He had paints and oils stored in here. Not my idea of a way to commit suicide.
Suicide?
Note on the table there. What was a table? Pinned to the top with a drawing pin. See?
Yes. Hold up your torch here a sec, will you, section leader?
Yeah.
Goodbye, all. No work, no money. Sidney R. Patterson.
That was the poor sod's name. See the sign?
I'll telephone the laboratory to pick up the remains, shall I, sir?
Best use the two-way wireless on the car, I think.
All right, sir.
What's he leaning against? Looks like a stool or something.
Oh, that's what it is, sir. A office stool. See these buckets all round him? He must have surrounded himself with buckets of paint and whatnot. And flipped a match into one of them.
You ever hear of a chap committing suicide by setting himself on fire before?
No, I wouldn't want to. It'd hurt awful.
Don't touch him.
Well, I was only trying to pull him away from the stool here. Part of him ain't burned, see? Where he's stuck to it.
Don't. He's a laboratory chap.
Oh, blimey. setting himself on fire didn't hurt him.
What do you mean?
He shot himself first. Did you see the bullet hole in his back where it ain't burned? When it was against the stool?
In his back? Oh, was the man a contortionist?
No, sir. He was a builder, sir.
At the Yard's pathological laboratories, the relatively small, unburned portion of the body was carefully examined, and it was established that the bullet wound was the probable cause of death. The bullet, which was recovered, proved to be a .38 caliber revolver bullet, which had been fired into the body from the back, entering just below the left shoulder blade and ranging downward, presumably through the heart. Experiments by all of us demonstrated to our satisfaction that such a wound could not possibly be self-inflicted. The improbable suicide was definitely murder. I sent 2 detective constables to search the ruins of the shed. It had been roped off at our request by the Camden Town Fire Brigade. You'll be looking primarily for a revolver, I told them, but fetch back anything you find that appears useful to us. Whilst they were shifting the ashes, Sergeant McMurphy sifted the affairs of Mr. Sidney Patterson. He reported to me what he had found.
From the little I've been able to gather, Patterson wasn't much of a success as a builder, sir. He seems to have been a genius for getting into difficulty.
What sort of difficulty?
Money.
How strikingly unusual.
Huh? Oh, he had one time been a ship's carpenter on one of the P&O liners, but was discharged when he was unable to account for tools to the value of £8 11 shillings.
Mm-hmm.
It was strongly suspected that he sold them, but the charges couldn't be proved. He served in the Royal Marine Light Infantry as a Lance Corporal. His record is, shall I say, dubious.
How dubious?
He was accused of a number of times by his shipmates of cheating, specifically at the game of Crown and Anchor. He was extremely unpopular in the Royal Marines, it seems, and was finally discharged.
Mm-hmm.
I shall have a more detailed report from his former commanding officer tomorrow.
Hadn't he any friends at all?
I've been able to discover only one with whom he could be said to be reasonably friendly, a man named Duncan Fraser, a rent collector in the city with whom he frequently played billiards.
I hope he didn't make the mistake of trying to cheat a Scotsman.
I'm not so sure, sir.
Eh?
Duncan Fraser has been missing since the night of the fire.
The hue and cry was immediately set up throughout all Britain for the missing Duncan Fraser. It's extremely difficult for a British subject to leave our tight little island without record. But the search was no avail whatever. It apparently dropped off the earth. The constables applied to the ash sifting at the scene of the fire found only one thing of note: the twisted remains of an ornate red and black fountain pen, which was identified by his wife as Sidney Patterson's property. Careful examination showed that it was the pen with which the farewell note had been written, and comparisons with other known samples of Patterson's handwriting demonstrated that it had been actually written by Patterson himself. Sergeant McMurphy and I were extremely glum as we discussed our progress in my office late one night.
Progress, indeed. We've been progressing backwards, sir.
If we could find the revolver, it'd be quite simple to trace its owner.
If the owner is Duncan Fraser, we'll still have to trace him.
Mm-hmm. No luck yet?
None at all, at all. You know, sir, one thing puzzles me.
A great many things puzzle me, Mac.
If this missing rent collector did murder Patterson, why did he first deposit half the money he'd collected? In the bank, I mean. If he was going to kill someone and scram, why didn't he keep it all? He'd need it.
How did he get Patterson to write his own suicide note?
Had a gun on him, maybe.
Well, the handwriting wallers insist there's no indication of stress, strain, or emotional upset or whatever in the handwriting. It's normal, they say. I wonder...
What?
I'm thinking. I have a filthy little hunch, Mac.
What?
What if Fraser's dead?
Maybe he is. We can't find him.
The teeth of that deader weren't destroyed.
Patterson's?
I'm wondering if it was Patterson's. Or Duncan, Mac.
Patterson was a known crook.
Could he have been playing games with us? Show me that telephone, old boy. Good evening. Mrs. Patterson? Detective Inspector Whitaker, Scotland Yard here. I wonder, Mrs. Patterson, if you could tell us the name of your late husband's dentist? Thank you very much indeed. No, Mrs. Patterson. I'm afraid we've nothing to report yet. Get this tooth merchant in here first thing in the morning, will you, Mac? We'll meet him in the laboratory and let him look at our client's fang.
Well?
Well, what, Doctor?
I never saw these teeth in my life.
What? Oh.
I can assure you they are not Sidney Patterson.
You can swear to that, Doctor?
Well, I hope you're not impugning my professional judgment, sir.
Oh, not at all, Doctor. It's a matter of correct legal procedure.
I have ample records in my office which you may consult. Charts, impressions. Sidney Patterson had lost 3 teeth a long time ago. I extracted the left upper canine and the adjacent incisor myself more than a year ago. You'll observe that both are intact in this jaw, sir.
Then you're prepared to swear that these teeth are not Sidney Patterson's, sir?
I most assuredly am.
And that this is not Sidney Patterson's body?
Since the jaw containing the teeth is attached to the remainder of the body, I'm prepared so to swear, sir. It's often impossible to grow a new head on a body. My fee will be 1 guinea.
I will indent for it at once, Doctor.
Good day, sir. Now, what did I do with my hat? Oh, yeah, good day.
Good day, Doctor. I am sincerely glad that teeth are not inflammable, Mac.
If more people knew that, there'd be fewer left to be called for corpses around here, sir.
Right. Now, have you found Duncan Fraser's dentist yet?
I at once caused a thorough investigation to be made throughout London and the vicinity of Perth in Scotland, where Fraser came from, to discover a dentist who had been employed professionally by him. The search was most thorough, although the combined efforts of Scotland Yard and the provincial police were not sufficient to find the person. In the meantime, we were able to lay our hands on some 13 or 15 persons who had known either Patterson or Fraser. Each individually viewed the grisly remains in the Scotland Yard mortuary, and the result?
Ivor Young, Esquire, former employer of Duncan Fraser.
Oh, it's hard to say, but I believe this to be the body of Fraser.
Michael Fish, a former neighbor of Fraser.
No, that ain't him. I knowed him well.
Edgar Stone, brother-in-law of Patterson.
I'm quite sure this is Sidney Patterson's body. And, sir, that's the fountain pen I gave him.
Artificer Sergeant Rodney Smith, Royal Marine Light Infantry, a former service acquaintance of Patterson's.
No, that ain't him at all. Oh, and I wish it was. Bleeding stinker he was. No, this ain't him.
Police Constable Mark Emerson, a former billiards companion of Fraser.
Duncan, all right. He looks awful, but then he always did.
Hamish Fraser, uncle of Duncan.
Oh, no. No, that isn't my nephew, Duncan.
Samuel Furness, labourer, sometime employee of Sidney Patterson.
I know it's him. Well, didn't I work for him?
Confusion. Confusion confounded. 6 said it was Furness, 7 insisted it was Fraser. Patterson's widow herself was not sure, and she and her brother, Edgar Stone, Patterson's brother-in-law, had high words. Mac Murphy and I nipped round to the Goat and Compasses to refresh and sustain ourselves. I was finishing my gin and bitters, and Mac was deep into his second pint of mild and bitter, when the proprietor, one Dick Gillespie, came out of the saloon bar and accosted us.
Oh, I say, Inspector Whitaker, I didn't know you were in here.
Yeah, hello, Dick.
There was a telephone call for you.
Oh, who was it?
Sergeant Kenneth at the yard.
What do you want?
Well, he said they'd found the dentist. What's the matter, Inspector? Your teeth hurt you?
It was a dentist from Perth. The Scottish police had found him. We brought him at once to Scotland Yard, where he immediately identified the charred remains as those of Duncan Fraser. One of his molars was curiously malformed. It corresponded exactly with the one shown in the clinical photograph of Fraser's mouth the doctor had made a year ago. There was no mistaking it, he said. We returned to my office to marshal the facts that we had accumulated. The labourer, Samuel Furnace, who had been so certain of his identification of the body as that of Patterson, was waiting. Mac and I listened.
I knew that was Mr. Patterson what burned up to us, Scullington, sir.
Why are you so sure, Furnace?
Because I was the last man to see him alive, sir.
When?
Well, in the afternoon of the day he was burned up, sir.
Go on.
Well, it was like this here, you see, sir.
Go on.
Well, I come into his office, sir. You know, the shed, what was all burned up. I was after the 7 and 6 he'd owed me for 2 months. Oh, he was always putting me off, sir, but...
Why?
Well, he always seemed to be stony, sir. Never seemed to have a shilling. Ah, he was always putting me off.
Go on.
Did you get your money?
Oh, that I did, sir. Before you could say knife, he had out his purse and he pulled out a great wad of notes. Then he counted me out me 7 and 6. And then he handed me half a crown. And he says, here, buy yourself half a pint, Sammy. Cool, I was fair took aback at old Sydney giving anybody anything for nothing.
He seemed to have plenty of money, did he?
Well, his wallet was fair stuffed. You know, it's the first time I ever known him to have more than threepence in my life.
Oh?
Well, I was so took back, I tried to get up and I fell right on my apple and plum, yes. I kicked my foot against a couple of bags of cement he had under his desk and I fell right down.
Did you see the bags of cement?
Well, they was under the desk, sir.
Did you see them?
Well, well, no, sir, I didn't, but I know I kicked them.
Patterson had plenty of money in his wallet for the first time.
And we found that there was absolutely no identification in the ruins of the burned shed that any cement had ever been stored there.
We'll find him.
I said that nothing is ever lost. No thing, no person. I will admit, however, that it is sometimes extremely difficult to find a missing thing or a missing person, especially when the objects of the search have few distinguishing characteristics. Sidney Patterson was such a man.
Description of Sidney Patterson, broadcast by Scotland Yard.
Age, 43. Height, 5 feet, 9 inches. Weight, 11 stone 4. Medium brown hair and straggling moustache, same color, which he may have shaved off. Eyes, blue. When last seen, was dressed in grey tweed, single-breasted suit. White shirt, dark red tie, black, low-cut shoes.
How many men answering that description do you see in a day? We had reports from every corner of the United Kingdom. 2 slightly addled gentlemen, neither of whom resembled Patterson in the slightest, marched, one at Torquay and one at Llanfair in Wales, into police stations, announcing themselves as the wanted man. Each was promptly committed. Lodging housekeepers by the 100 were interviewed. The manhunt dragged on for 8 days before we had our first glimmer of success. Let McMurphy tell it. He was there.
There was a lodging house in Regent's Park, a very obscure one, which smelt of Brussels sprouts. The proprietress was in the hospital having another baby, and her husband, a very harassed man, was in charge. Yes, he said, they'd had a lodger who seemed to answer to the broadcast description. Had, I said.
Well, he ain't here anymore, I mean.
What became of him?
Well, he opted. The very day that the piper come out with the description.
Where?
I don't know. He just sent us his telegram.
Brother ill. Must leave. We'll get in touch later. Rogers. Rogers, eh? That the name he gave?
Right here it is in the register book. Here. Sidney Rogers, see?
Sidney, eh? That his own writing?
Yes.
I'd like to have that page, if you please. Oh, I'll return it. You're sure it's his handwriting?
Oh, I seen him. I seen him write it.
May I have the page?
Well, my old lady likes to keep things neat and tidy.
Well, I'll return it as soon as we've checked it against a sample of his handwriting. Now, when did he come here?
16th of May. It says right here.
And when did he leave?
Well, the day his description first come out in the paper.
He leave his luggage?
Oh, he hadn't any luggage. He was here all the time without even without even changing his shirt. That room of his, oh, it's fair piggish.
Must be.
Well, we're rid of him, and he's paid up to the end of the week. Anyway, so we don't lose nothing. You suppose it was him?
It'll be in the papers.
Comparisons of samples of Patterson's handwriting with the signature of Sidney Rogers showed them to be identical. Peterson's full name was Sidney Roger Patterson. The telegram had been sent from Southend. We turned our attention to that muddy little place. He was not to be found, although our search was scrupulous and thorough. We put a postal stamp on all letters addressed to his former home, expecting that sooner or later he'd attempt to write to his wife. Thus, all letters addressed to that house would be held out and delivered to us first. We would open and read them, reseal, and allow them to be delivered to the addressee without the wife's knowledge that we had read them. No letters appeared. We waited. Time was on our side, and the searchers at Southend plodded along, making no apparent progress. And then, after a week had passed, the post office people sent us a letter. It was addressed to his brother-in-law, Edgar Stone, who had a room there.
Letter addressed to Edgar Stone.
Dear Edgar, just a line to you in the hope that I shall be able to see a friend before I end it all. Will you come to see me at Southend Sunday, please? Take the 10:35 train. It arrives at Southend at 12:08. Come out of the station, walk straight across the road and down Whitegate Road on the left side. I shall see you coming. If you come, please bring me a 15.5-inch shirt and a comb. Best of luck. Mine is gone. F. Farmer.
Well.
So.
I withdrew the detectives from the area mentioned in the letter, which was resealed and delivered to Edgar Stone. I didn't want to alarm Mr. Farmer Patterson. Next day, Edgar Stone came to see me. He sat down nervously. What can I do for you, Stone? I asked.
I have received a letter, Inspector.
Yes?
It's from...
Are you going to Southend on Sunday, Mr. Stone? Stone had a strong sense of justice, strengthened perhaps by the shabby way Patterson had treated his sister for so many years. He agreed at once to assist us. We sat in my office and planned it, Mac and Stone and I. You're taking the shirt, of course, Stone, I said.
Yes, sir.
What a man who's going to end it all once with a shirt is beyond me.
Probably needs it.
Afraid he'll be recognized if he goes out to buy one, I expect. He's got plenty of money, we know that.
If the banks had been opened that afternoon, he wouldn't have any.
What?
Well, Fraser would have deposited his afternoon's collection, same as he did his morning.
Well, the banks had been opened, Fraser'd still be alive.
Sydney'd be up to some other mystery.
Yes. Well, let's get organized, shall we? First, we'll need a good man on this Whitegate Road to see Patterson doesn't get frightened into a bunk. You'd better do that, Mac.
Well,
afraid he'll spot you for a cop.
Sky? I've seen too many cinemas, I'm afraid.
I don't like false beards.
Wait. You play the fiddle, don't you, Mac?
What?
You could be a street fiddler, couldn't you?
Well, I could.
That's what you'll be. Complete with tin cup and pathetic look. Very touching and very unsuspicious. And I'll have half of what you take in.
How am I going to stop a man with a fiddle?
Oh, simple enough, old boy. Just play God Save the King. You stand at attention till I get there. We planned it as carefully as we could. This was to be the definitive last act. Stone and I took the same train to Southend, but when he got off with me, I stayed inside the station. Far down the street, I could see Sergeant McMurphy in an ancient green suit of clothes, sawing industriously away on his fiddle. There were a few pedestrians on the street. Church services were just over. There's Whitehead Road, I said to Stone. Come back at once. The up train's due in a few minutes. Good luck.
I wish I didn't have to do this, Inspector, but...
Just remember what he's done, Stone.
It's the only reason I'm doing it, sir.
Good luck.
Sidney was my friend once.
He turned and crossed the road, walked slowly down Whitehead Road. I watched him from the station window. As he approached McMurphy, he paused a second. I chuckled as McMurphy held out his tin cup and Stone dropped a coin into it. Far away, I could hear his fiddle. I went to the door of the station and stepped outside as he turned the far corner. There is such a thing as trusting a man, but I waited. The distant street fiddler shambled round the corner which Stone had turned. I fidgeted. A couple passed on the way home from the church. I waited. A small boy ran past with a hockey stick. I waited. And at last I saw McMurphy in his green suit come slowly round the corner toward me. In a moment, Stone reappeared. He glanced at Mac as he passed, and I thought I saw him nod. I started toward him, sauntering quite casually. We passed without recognition. Mac had halted again and was playing. I stopped alongside him. How much have you made, Mac? I asked.
4 shillings.
Good. What happened? Oh, it's all right. Anybody who sees us will think I'm asking you how you fell to this low estate.
First house round the corner. There was a cardboard sign in the window. Sydney was printed on it. Door opened. He went in. That's all I saw.
Good. I'll nip round to the back. You walk on around in front and play. Let's see what happens.
I can't play God Save the King.
It was easy to nip over the fence and slip around to the rear of the second house, which was marked J. Huntington. I tried the rear door. It was unlocked. I opened it cautiously and stepped inside. It was empty, apparently. I stepped down the narrow hall.
Is that you, Mr. Huntington?
I walked toward the voice.
Mr. Huntington, is that you?
I walked to the door on the left.
Mr. Huntington.
He stood there in the frosty little room, a pathetic figure with his neatly combed hair, holding a clean white shirt in his hand, an embarrassed little smile on his face.
Oh, I thought you were Mr. Huntington.
I'm Inspector Whittaker of Scotland Yard, Mr. Patterson.
Oh, yes. I knew you'd find me eventually. I just wanted to put on a clean shirt before
I detain you on suspicion of being involved in the murder of Duncan Fraser.
Poor Duncan.
And I warn you that anything you may say will be taken down in writing and used against you.
There we are. I've only one thing to say, sir. I did murder Duncan. This is the revolver I shot him with.
Give it here.
The one you couldn't find, sir.
Give it here.
It wasn't lost, sir.
Give it here.
Oh, no, sir.
Patterson! No, Sidney. Nothing is ever lost. Except lies, I'm afraid.
You have just heard the story of case number 201 MR340 from the official files of Scotland Yard. All of the facts related are true, with the single exception of the names of the participants, which, for obvious reasons, have been changed. The research prepared by Mr. Percy Hoskins of the London Daily Express, and the story for radio was written and directed by Mr. Willis Cooper. Next, listen for Tales of the Texas Rangers on NBC.
Whitehall, 1212, quickly.
This is Scotland Yard.
For the first time, Scotland Yard opens its secret files to bring you the authentic, true stories of some of its most celebrated cases. These are accurate records drawn from these files by special permission of Sir Harold Scott, Commissioner of Scotland Yard. They're true in every respect, except for the names of the participants, which, for obvious reasons, have been changed. The research has been done by Mr. Percy Hoskins, chief crime reporter for the London Daily Express. And the stories for radio are written and directed by Willis Cooper.
Scotland Yard, the London headquarters of the Metropolitan Police, is situate near the embankment on Whitehall, hard by 10 Downing Street and almost in the shadow of Big Ben. Here also is the headquarters of the CID, the Criminal Investigation Department, the body of men whose exploits for more than 100 years have made the name Scotland Yard synonymous with the brilliant detection of crime and unrelenting pursuit of the criminal, and the presentation of the painstakingly acquired evidence that assures his eventual punishment. On the lower ground floor of New Scotland Yard is the famous Black Museum, whose present custodian is Chief Superintendent James Davidson, a Scotland Yard veteran. Behind this door...
Good afternoon. This Black Museum of ours is rather unique. Everything in it was at one time connected with the successful solution of a crime, or was closely involved in the crime itself. We possess an imposing collection of lethal weapons here, each carefully docketed to indicate its origin. Here are half-empty bottles of almost every poison known to man, together with a statement of particulars concerning its use. Here are the blood-stained garments on which the solution of a crime of violence depended. Among the Black Museum's relics are disguises used by famous criminals, death masks of notorious men and women whose ends Scotland Yard encompassed, and a great many other more gruesome mementos of man's inhumanity to man. Among the exhibits are others seemingly incongruous objects that in their time served well in the undoing of desperate criminals. Such an exhibit is this one, the fragments of a set of teacups. This collection of shards was the first step in the solution of a frightful crime which occurred during the Blitz of July 1940.
Yes, sir?
Will you please bring me file number 302 MR651, Constable?
302 MR651, sir? Yes, sir. One, sir.
In July 1940, the Battle of Britain was at its height. The Luftwaffe hits us at all hours, and from advanced defense fields of the RAF, the weary Spitfires rose day and night to do battle. Thousands of British people died in Britain as a result of enemy action. But in the midst of the very present war, murder went on as usual. Chief Superintendent Peter Carruth received a telephone call at Scotland Yard on the morning of the 3rd of July, a Wednesday.
File 302 MR651, sir.
Thank you. The call was from Chief Constable at Matfield, a Kentish village near Tunbridge. The Chief Constable reported the finding of the bodies of 3 women shot to death and requested the assistance of the CID. The services of Scotland Yard are available to the provincial police at all times if requested, the Home Office assuming all expenses if the request is made within 24 hours of the discovery of the crime, at their own expense if we're called in after that. Chief Superintendent Carruth was gratified that the request came at the very beginning of the case, and he drove to Matfield at once with a medical examiner from the Home Office and Detective Sergeant Small, also Scotland Yard. They were met at the scene of the crime by Matfield Chief Constable Thomas Bennett.
It's good of you to come so quickly, all of you. It's all quite beyond us here, sir. What with the Blitz and all?
I'm sure. I had a bad time.
Having it, sir.
Yes, I've no doubt.
Those ours, Mr. Bennett. Spitfires. Jerry must be up again.
Well, here's what happened. In the house, there's Miss Evans, the servant.
Is she dead?
2 holes in her head. Place all ransacked. All tore up.
Where are the others?
Mrs. Ames and her daughter Jessica's lying down there in the orchard. Also shot.
Yes, I see.
Where do you want to start, sir?
A house, I think, first.
Yes.
Well, come in then, sir. Gentlemen.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
They've lived here in Matfield a long time. Have they, Bennett?
Miss Evans, the servant, has always lived here. Mrs. Ames and her daughter moved here a year ago.
Mrs. Ames a widow?
No. Estranged from her husband, though they're quite friendly. He lives at Piddington.
Oh, yes, I know. I've been there.
Owns a farm.
Does he know about this?
My station sergeant telephoned him this morning, sir. He was in London, but he'll be home this evening. Shall I go first, sir? She's lying right by the door, and you might trip over her.
By all means.
You mind the ride there.
These is the gentleman from Scotland Yard, Constable.
Yes, sir.
This is her. Miss Margaret Evans, sir. Age 61. Servant. Living in.
Ah. See what you can find out, Bernard.
Right, you are.
Small, get started looking for fingerprints.
Yes, sir.
Place has really been ransacked, hasn't it?
Uh-huh.
What's missing?
Haven't checked yet, sir. Haven't touched anything.
Good.
Well, not much chance of finding out if anything is gone, though. Everybody that lived here is dead.
I'd like to see the others.
Right, sir. If you'll come with me.
Oh, what's that over there? Tea things?
Yes, sir. Looks as if she dropped the tray when she saw the murderer.
Have a look at them, too, Small.
All right, sir.
Down this part, sir. The orchard, that's where they are.
Mrs. Ames?
And her daughter, Jessica.
They have many visitors?
Very few, sir. And the place is back from the road, hidden a bit by the roses. Hard to tell, they do have. Here she is.
This is the daughter, I suppose.
Right, sir. Her mother's over there, off the path.
Daughter was running away toward the house. Mother was facing the other way. Shot in the back, too.
Aye.
Found anything here in the grass? Cartridge cases, anything?
No, sir. We did find this glove, though, sir. Sorry, I had it in my pocket. Almost forgot it.
Oh, woman's glove. Size 6, I'd say. Hogskin. Shops sell thousands a week. Left hand. Whose is it?
Isn't Mrs. Ames, sir. Too small. Or Miss Jessica's either. Too large, I'd say, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yes, I think so.
Maybe the murderer, sir.
We'll see. All you found?
Oh, so far, sir.
Where was the glove?
Oh, over there, sir. I marked the spot with those 2 sticks.
Alongside the mother's body?
Yes, sir.
Well, as soon as Bernard's examined the bodies, I think you'd better have all this grass scythed down and see if you can find anything else. Cartridge case or anything.
Right, sir.
Shall we walk back to the house?
Yes, sir. Good hunting, lad.
Beg your pardon?
Talking to the fighter chap up there. Hope he shoots some Jerry's bloody ears off.
He probably will.
Got a son in the RAF. Flight sergeant in the Coastal Command.
Good man.
19 years old. When I was 19, I was a farm man for good old Uncle Tom Cobley. What if they found anything yet in there, sir?
We'll see. Oh, here's Bernard. Anything yet?
Well, I want to see the other bodies first. Discovered a little so far. Where are the,
Down the path back there, sir. We've touched nothing.
Except this glove.
Oh, is this one of theirs?
Wrong size.
All right. You can remove the bodies as soon as I finish, Chief Constable.
Yes, sir. I'll have the van here at once. See to it, please.
Yes, sir. What are you doing, Small?
I'm trying to fit these cups together, sir.
Well, what about fingerprints? I wanted you to...
I found a good many, sir. They all check with hers.
Oh, how did you know they were hers?
Oh, I took hers. I wish live people's were as easy to take.
No others?
Well, I'm not sure yet, sir. As soon as I get the others down there, I'll make a very thorough check. These cups and saucers.
She dropped them when she saw the murderer, probably.
Yes, quite. But why should there be 4 cups, sir?
4?
One for the mother, one for the daughter, one for the maid, for her.
Miss Evans was more a companion than a servant, sir. Here in Matfield, we...
Yes. And one for the murderer.
Why, then, they must have known the murderer.
People don't usually offer a cup of tea to a perfect stranger.
You could make up a list of their friends, Chief Constable,
They
and
had
then...
very few friends, sir. Kind of standoffish like they was, and the parson, the grocer, postmistress, not any real close friends, so to speak.
Make up a list and check where they all were yesterday.
Yes, sir.
What about this estranged husband of Mrs. Ames? Would he have a motive?
Oh, I don't think so, sir. He used to come visit her, I know, but...
Oh, he did, eh? And he's in London now, you said?
I went down yesterday morning, they said, sir.
Where does he live, do you say?
Piddington, sir, near Oxford.
You take over, Sergeant Small. You and Mr. Bernard. I'll call you from Piddington.
Piddington, sir? Do you think...
I think I'd like to know whether our friendly ex-husband was really in London yesterday or elsewhere.
At Piddington that afternoon, 70 miles away from Matfield, Jem Davies, the man of all work, explained to Chief Superintendent Carruth that John Ames had not yet returned from London. Miss Viola Masterson, the manager of the Ames farm, however, was at home, recovering from an accident. Carruth spoke to her in her sitting room. Her left arm was in bandages, and she was obviously in slight pain. Carruth sympathized with her.
I'm so sorry to disturb you, Miss Masterson.
Quite all right. I'll be up and about in a day or so. It pains a little, though, now.
I suppose you've heard about the former Mrs. Ames and her daughter?
I'm so dreadfully sorry. I knew them slightly, you know.
Oh, did you?
I'd have gone over to Matfield if I hadn't been so stupid as to fall off my bicycle and injure my arm. I'm afraid I'm not a very good cyclist. Oh, do you have any clues as to the...
Murderer? Very few at the moment. Very few, I'm afraid.
Oh, what a pity.
Mr. Ames went to London yesterday.
Yes, he was probably in London while his former wife and daughter were murdered. He often stops in to see them on his way. If he'd stopped there yesterday, he might have prevented it.
Yes, yes. I suppose he can account for his movements yesterday.
I'm quite sure he can, Superintendent. I expect him at any moment.
You were here at the farm all day.
I rode about the farm all day on my bicycle until I had the accident.
Ah.
I'm sure Jemmy Davis can confirm that. And the bicycle is still where I left it, where I fell off, unless Jemmy's brought it back.
I see. By the way, have you ever seen this glove before?
Let me see it. No, I'm afraid not. Did it belong to...
We're not quite sure.
Well, it's not mine. Much too big for me, I'm sure, Superintendent.
You've never seen it before?
Never.
Thank you, Miss Masterson.
Is that all you wanted? Aren't you going to wait for Mr. Ames?
Oh, I don't like to disturb you, Miss Masterson. I'll wait out there with Jemmy. It is Jemmy, isn't it?
By all means, talk to Jemmy. I'm sure he'll confirm everything I've said.
Good day, Miss Masterson.
You know where to find Jemmy?
He was sitting alongside the stable door cleaning a shotgun when I last saw him.
Jemmy Davis was a simple-minded man. He didn't realize that he was talking much too freely to the friendly Scotland Yard man.
Well, it'd be a terrible thing, I expect, but I don't shed no tears for him. I didn't like her nor her daughter neither.
Hated them?
It been none of my business, sir. But now, Mr. Ames, he be a real fine man. And she treated him awful bad.
How?
Dog in the manger. Kicks him out, she does. And then when he finally meets a woman he loves, and that woman loving him, she won't give him no divorce.
You seem to know a lot about Mr. Ames' affairs, Jemmy.
Him and me, we be just like that. I'd do anything for that man. Her, too, for that matter.
Who?
Miss Masterson. There. Well, that's pretty clean, ain't it?
Let's see. Clean as I'd ever want a gun to be.
Had it for years. Old-fashioned, like me. But she be a good shotgun. He uses it all the time for rabbits.
Mr. Ames?
Well, buys his own shells, too. Miss Masterson, she's scared of it. Tried to teach her how to shoot it. But she was scared. You couldn't kill a person with this here gun, I says to her. Not unless you got up real close. Funny thing, though. She shot a rabbit with it yesterday. You know, it made her so sick at her stomach when she shot the poor little feller. Never again, she says to me.
Did you see the rabbit, Jemmy?
Well, what were left of it, she were too close. Well, not worth bringing back to cook. You know, I think that's why she fell off her bicycle thinking about it.
Where did she fall?
Well, it was in the meadow yonder. The wheel slipped on the grass.
Jemmy, did you ever see this glove before?
Huh? No, sir. Oh, can't say as how I have.
Sure?
No, sir. Whose is it?
I found it.
Well, Finders keepers.
That's what they say. So you don't think Mr. Ames and Miss Masterson will be upset by Mrs. Ames' death?
Lord bless you, no, sir. Now they can get married. Well, that dog-in-the-manger wife of his. Oh, he must have been the last one to see her alive.
Oh? How's that?
When he stopped to see her on the way to London yesterday. Why, I thought you was going to wait for him to come back, sir.
Chief Superintendent Caruth hurried to the local police station, where he put through a trunk telephone call to Matfield. Detective Sergeant Small, the Scotland Yard man, answered the telephone at the murder house.
Small here.
Small, I want you to check at once on something.
Yes, sir.
I want you to make the most diligent inquiries. Get that chief constable there to inquire of every person in Matfield, if necessary, at once, to discover if this man Ames was seen in Matfield yesterday. You got that?
He was seen, sir.
He was?
The postman, sir. We've been making inquiries all over the village of Mrs. Ames' known friends, and we've come across several curious things, sir.
Well?
Well, the postman observed Mr. Ames walking toward this house yesterday afternoon.
He's sure?
Positively identified him, sir. Known him for years. Spoke to him, called him by name, and Ames replied.
What else?
He was carrying a shotgun, sir.
Oh. I discovered here that he intended to visit them. But the gun...
Well, looks as if he's our man, doesn't it?
What else did you discover?
Well, there's a bicycle belonging to Mrs. Ames is missing.
Oh?
And the porter at the railway station reports a strange woman carrying a parcel arrived in town yesterday, but so far we have been unable to trace her. Now, the local police have picked up a deserter from an army camp near here. He's being questioned now.
Ah.
Then a lorry driver for the gas company at Oxford reports picking up a woman on the highway near here yesterday afternoon. She was wearing one glove.
Oh?
Now, he thinks her bare hand was scratched and bleeding.
Yes?
She explained she'd fallen off her bicycle and was trying to catch a train. He took her to the railway station. And then... Oh, what did you say, sir?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I was speaking to Dr. Bernard, sir. I'll put him on. He wants to speak to you. Thank you. You there, Caruth?
Yes, Bernard.
I've discovered why you didn't find any spent cartridges, Superintendent.
Yes?
The women were killed with a shotgun, probably a .410 shotgun.
Yes, I know.
The murderer had to pick the discharged shells out of the breech of the gun by hand.
Yes, but...
Probably carried them away and disposed of them elsewhere.
Did you recover any of the shot from the bodies?
Yes, quite small pellets. Bird shot.
Mark it in evidence and hold it for me. I think those little lead pellets are going to hang someone, Bernard.
Back at the Piddington farm, Chief Inspector Caruth found that Ames had returned in his absence. Jemmy, the garrulous man of all work, was just leaving. He was going to fetch Miss Masterson's abandoned bicycle, he said.
I'll be going out to fetch Miss Masterson's bicycle, sir.
Look here, Jemmy. Would you like a £0.50?
What for?
That rabbit Miss Masterson shot. Is it near where she left the bicycle?
Oh, furlong or two, sir.
Fetch it back for me.
What for, sir? Well, it ain't fit to eat. She were too close.
Oh. I've a fancy to see how that gun of yours works, Jim.
Oh, that old gun of mine? She be a very good gun, sir.
Show me. Here.
Well...
Good man. Now, is Mr. Ames in the house?
Aye, sir. Now, I'll fetch the rabbit and show you. But the poor thing will be all full of birdshot, sir.
That'll be all right, Jemmy. I'm very interested in birdshot.
Yes?
I'm Chief Superintendent Caruth of Scotland Yard. You're John Ames, hmm?
Yes. Now, you're the gentleman who was here this afternoon.
Yes. May I come in?
Do. You've come about the murder of my wife and daughter.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Caruth, you said?
Yes.
I cannot pretend any great grief, although I am shocked at the tragic.
May I sit down? I spoke to Miss Masterson, your manager, this afternoon.
She said you were here.
Perhaps if Miss Masterson is strong enough...
Here I am.
Oh, sit down, my dear. Please, sit down.
Don't hurt my hand, John. I'm all right. Well, sir?
Am I correct in assuming that with the death of Mr. Ames's strange wife, you and he...
We can be married, yes.
Mr. Ames?
That's true. My wife has consistently refused to give me a divorce. Although we were on fairly good terms.
She and I weren't. I'm glad she's dead.
Violet,
and
yes.
that horrid daughter of hers, too. Now we're rid of them once and for all.
Violet.
Do you share Miss Masterson's views, Mr. Ames?
I'm afraid.
Perhaps he's not as ferocious as I am, but he shares my views all right. Don't you, John?
Yes.
And what were you doing with a shotgun on the way to her home yesterday, Mr. Ames?
John, you didn't. You didn't.
Mr. Ames.
You didn't tell me. Oh, John. John, now you've spoiled everything.
Your wife and your daughter were murdered with a shotgun, Mr. Ames.
I didn't do it.
He didn't, I say.
What gauge is your shotgun, Mr. Ames?
This is absurd, Mr.
Yes, of course it's
absurd. Why do you think it's absurd?
My dear sir, my gun, which incidentally is an American-made Remington over and under 12 gauge, has been broken for 4 weeks.
You see?
Broken?
The sear spring is broken. It's quite impossible to fire the gun. You can examine the gun at your leisure at Henry McGovern's The Gunsmiths on High Holborn in London, where I took it yesterday.
We'll check that. Why did you visit your wife yesterday, carrying your broken gun?
I dropped off in Matfield on my way to London to have the gun repaired. I begged her again to give me a divorce.
She refused?
She refused again.
For the last time. And we're going to be married now at last. Don't expect us to weep for her. Whoever killed her should be given a medal.
Violet.
Oh, stop it. You're just as glad as I am. Aren't you?
Excuse me. The telephone. Yes? Yes, he's here. One moment. It's for you, Mr. Carew.
Thank you. Chief Superintendent Caruth here.
Small here, sir. We found Mrs. Ames' missing bicycle.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Discovered in a ditch close to the place where the lorry driver picked up the woman with one glove.
Oh, good.
And there are numerous fingerprints on the handlebar, sir, but of the right hand only.
Most interesting.
And the strange woman whom the railway reporter observed was carrying a parcel, you remember?
Yes, of course.
It was a long parcel about the length of a gun, he says, wrapped in brown paper.
I see. Have you taken the things you spoke about?
Things, sir?
Yes.
Oh, the fingerprints on the bicycle?
Yes, quite.
Yes, sir, I've taken them.
How soon could I see them and the people you spoke of?
Up there, sir?
Yes.
Well, there's an up train that we can have stop at Pittington, leaving here in half an hour, sir.
I think you'd better come then, if you can find the others you mentioned. I'll meet you at the Pittington station.
Right, sir.
Goodbye. I'm very sorry.
Could I ask? You have uncovered some other evidence, sir?
You're not going to arrest John, then? He won't be charged with murder?
I think I can almost assure you that you will not be charged with murder, Mr. Ames. I'm sorry, I must go and meet my colleagues. This is quite important.
Will you be coming back?
I probably shall. I shall want to be able to assure Mr. Ames that he will not be held.
Oh, John.
All right.
Is the Scotland Yard man still here, Mr. Ames?
Why,
I'm here, Jemmy.
Well, I fetched you the dead rabbit, sir, with your half-crown's worth of birdshot.
They met him at the railway station 2 hours later. Detective Sergeant Small, Chief Constable Bennett, the lorry driver who had picked up the woman with the bloody hand and the one glove, and the railway porter who had observed the woman carrying the brown paper parcel the size of a gun. Leaving Chief Constable Bennett at the station to make a telephone call, the party proceeded to the Ames farm.
Oh. Good evening, Mr. Caruth.
May we come in, please?
Why, this is quite a delegation.
May we come in, please?
Why, I suppose. Do come in, although...
Thank you. Where's Miss Masterson?
Viola?
Yes, dear? Why, what...
Miss Masterson, do you recognize any of these people?
Why, no, of course not.
Patterson, do you recognize this woman?
Hey, she's the lady in blue slacks that picked up my lorry on the road in Matfield yesterday. The lady that said she fell off her bike. Her hand was all bloody and she had one glove on.
Like this one?
Yes, sir. Exactly like that.
O'Connor.
Yes, sir?
Have you ever seen this lady before?
I seen her yesterday, sir. Getting off the 12:06 train that passes through Piddington before it gets to Batfield. She was wearing blue slacks and carried a brown paper parcel about the size of a gun, sir.
Now, look here, what's the meaning of all this?
Come in. Well, Bennett.
Just like you thought, sir. I telephoned the doctor who treated Miss Masterson, and he informs me that he treated her left hand for multiple lacerations, removing particles of road gravel and stains of tarvia from the palm. Miss Masterson, there is no gravel or tarvia at the meadow.
Thank you. Mr. Ames, I'm extremely sorry for you.
John, now we won't get married.
Viola Masterson, I arrest you on the charge of willful
I
murder.
wanted to get married, and she stood in our
And I
way,
must
John.
warn you that anything you say will be taken down and may be used in evidence against you.
John, what have I done?
The evidence adduced by Chief Superintendent Carruth, the identifications by the lorry driver and the railway porter, the shotgun pellets which proved identical with those Miss Masterson had fired into the unfortunate rabbit, the glove which was identified as hers by the store which had sold it to her, the gravel from the road in her wounded hand, and the motive, which was all too plain, proved sufficient evidence to convict Viola Masterson of the murders of Mrs. Ames and her daughter, and of the servant, Margaret Evans, who provided the first clue, the fourth cup. Miss Masterson had determined to murder the servant to eliminate the only witness to the murder of the others. In a trial marked with frequent air raid alarms caused by an enemy whose depredations could not prevent murder from going on as usual, she was found criminally insane and is now imprisoned in the asylum at Broadmoor. John Ames was tried as an accomplice, but acquitted. He joined the 1st Battalion of the Buffs and was reported missing in action in the Italian campaign. Constable, you may turn the file 302 MR651, the Blitz murder case, to the records room. Good afternoon.
You've just heard the first case in the series Whitehall 1212, drawn from the official files of Scotland Yard by permission of Commissioner Sir Harold Scott. All names were changed in this story for obvious reasons, but everything else is true. It occurred. Whitehall 1212 is written and directed for radio by Willis Cooper. Next, listen for Tales of the Texas Rangers on NBC.
Whitehall 1212, quickly.
This is Scotland Yard.
For the first time in history, Scotland Yard opens its secret files to bring you the authentic, true stories of some of its most baffling cases.
These are the true stories, the unvarnished facts, just as they occurred, reenacted for you by an all-British cast. Only the names of the participants have for obvious reasons been changed. The stories are presented with the full cooperation of Scotland Yard.
Research on Whitehall 1212 is prepared by Percy Hoskins, chief crime reporter of the London Daily Express. The stories for radio are written and directed by Willis Cooper. Here are the participants in case number 604MR530 from the official files of Scotland Yard. Leo M. Stefanovich, former member of the Polish Navy.
Yes, I deserted the Navy.
Marian Konieczki, who'd fought in Spain.
What I am interested in is money.
Kazimir Kashuba, who was found dead. Albert Stevens, the copper's narc.
It's a living.
Superintendent Alistair Watkins of Scotland Yard.
I must warn you that if you expect high adventure in Limehouse or sinister Orientals lurking in dark byways, you'd best turn off your wireless now. We're quite ordinary people at Scotland Yard. Professional policemen, catchers of criminals, and we don't go in much for the picturesque, the way we are sometimes pictured. However, if you'd like to see how we proceed upon a case, I'll ask you to step inside our Black Museum and meet the man in charge of it. Come in. This is Chief Inspector John Davidson, who's in charge here.
How do you do? I'm afraid that the so-called Black Museum is neither black nor a museum, nor is it the Grand Guignol. We have here a large number of guns, knives, other weapons which have been used in crimes. We have also disguises, clothing, exhibits of all sorts that have helped in solving many of these crimes.
I think you ought to explain, John, why we keep these gruesome relics.
Yes, indeed. They're here for a purpose quite removed from idle curiosity. They're principally for the use of the men of Scotland Yard in studying crime techniques and exemplars of crime methods. They bring to life the cold words contained in our files, and the most useful as well as graphic. For example, in this case, Superintendent Watkins is reenacting for you. Now, this is a bullet that killed a man. It was fired from this gun, 32 caliber Waltham automatic pistol. And it was Scotland Yard's job to prove that. And this, the top of an ordinary mechanical pencil. This was a very important bit of evidence. Just a cheap little metal pencil.
It wasn't cheap for the man who lost it, John.
Well, it cost him his life, you see.
We were standing in the corner of a saloon bar in Whitechapel, talking. Albert Stevens, the copper's narc, and me. I expect you don't know what a narc is. N-A-R-K. In America, I think you call him a stool pigeon. Every detective in the world has his pet narc, and Albert Stevens was mine. It was an insignificant place we were in, and Albert Stevens' 2 mild and bitters had set him talking 16 to the dozen.
I don't suppose you'd know him by sight, sir, but I could tell you how to find him. That is, I've seen him about here and there. It's American cigarettes they're handing now, but they ain't got many left. And when they're sold out of them, they'll try something else.
Have you got any ideas, Albert?
No, sir, not yet. But it'll be something big, I'm sure of that.
Do they know you, do you suppose?
Nobody notices a taxi driver, sir. They've rode in my cab twice now, and they've never even looked at my face. But I've looked at them.
Will you have another mild and bitter, Albert?
Well, I wouldn't say no, sir. Here, miss. Fill this up here, will you, again? Will you? Thank you. They're some kind of foreigners, sir, they are. Thank you, miss. This I know. They're in the black market up to here.
You said that. What kind of foreigners?
I can't understand them much, except when they talk about, well, what they think is English. Greeks or Spaniards or Russians, I think. All 3 of them. Oh, they tip quite nice, too.
But you're sure they're in the black market?
No doubt about it, sir. I hear enough about it.
Don't know their names?
Well, one is called Marion.
Marion?
And the other's name is Kashmir. Kashmir. Maybe he's an Hindu. And the other is a gentleman in some kind of navy, sir. Not ours. Some foreign navy. He wears a uniform.
Who seems to be the boss?
Well, I'd say this here Kashmir is, sir. Cool. He's an odd man, he is, sir.
Is that all you know about them, then?
That's all I know right now, sir. Well, ain't that worth 3 pints of mild and bitter, sir?
Just about, Albert.
Well, I was sort of hoping you'd have a spare 10-shilling note on you, sir.
I have, Albert, but not for you, my lad. When you've something better than a comic trio of foreigners who gibber about American cigarettes, maybe, but not till then.
Would you like to buy a magnificent new solid gold mechanical pencil, sir? Here. A sacrifice for 10 shillings.
Where'd you get it?
A lady gave it to me, sir. Now, what say 7 and 6 to you, sir?
Come now, Albert. You know that's worth all of 9pence.
9pence, then, sir? I need the money.
Come off it, Albert.
Well, then, sir, What did you say if I told you these foreign blokes is murderers?
Shouldn't believe a word of it.
Oh, they might be, sir.
Well, when you can prove it, come round and see me, Albert.
Well, don't I get another pint, sir?
Here, miss. Another of the same for my friend here. Night, Albert. Scotland Yard next morning, I walked leisurely down the long corridor on the second floor that leads to my office. A voice hailed me as I opened the door to my office, and I looked back. It was Detective Sergeant Llewellyn, a Welshman who had been a constable at the Water Street police station when I was a sergeant. Here was a welcome face. David, I said, I've not seen you in 6 months.
Longer than that, indeed, Superintendent. It's 10 months, and I'm very glad to be seeing you.
Where have you been?
To the Army all this time, sir. I was seconded to MI5.
Yes, I heard that.
It was tiresome work, but now I'm back, thanks indeed to the Lord.
Taking a well-earned rest, I expect.
Oh, indeed, to goodness, no. There's no rest for the wicked. I'm on a case already.
Can we have dinner this evening, then?
I'm not so sure, sir.
What have they given you?
Oh, a murder.
Good bloody one?
I've just seen the man. He's bloody enough, indeed. They found him shot to death in his car early this morning.
Where?
Chepstow Place, Notting Hill. The constable who found him in his car parked beside the curb thought he was taken with drink and sound asleep. But it was a .32 caliber bullet in the back of his neck and out the front of his head. Very gory.
Know who he was?
A foreigner, it seems, with the name of Casimir Kasuba.
Oh.
Whatever's the matter, then? Do you know him?
Come on in my room here. I don't know the chap, but I have an idea I know someone who does.
Well, indeed, to goodness.
Come on in while I telephone. I've got his number in my book here. At least a number where I can reach him. Ah, here it is.
Whoever is he, Superintendent?
Chap named Albert Stevens, a narc. Talking to him just last night. Mentioned a chap named Kashmir, he called him. Foreigner. Just might be. Now, where is the beggar? Every little bit.
Yes? Who is it?
Oh, hello. Is Albert there? Albert Stevens?
He hasn't been home since yesterday morning. Who wants him?
When he comes in, tell him to telephone Watkins. Watkins, got that?
Hoskins?
Watkins. Watkins. He knows me.
What do you want?
Just tell him to call me, that's all.
Does he know where to call?
Yes, it's very important. Do you understand?
He ain't come home since yesterday morning.
All right, have him telephone me at once.
You needn't shout at me, Mr. Bloodywell Watkins.
Goodbye. Not there. No, telephone me. I say, where can I reach you?
Oh, I've got all this report on the man to write up, for goodness sake. I'll be in my office till noon.
Oh, he'll telephone me before that, I'm sure.
Well, I must be going, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't reach him just now. But I'll be in touch with you as soon as I hear from him.
I'll be very grateful to you, sir. It was good seeing you again.
Been a long time, Llewellyn. Well, goodbye.
So long.
So long, old chap. Oh, you dropped something.
Eh? Where?
There on the floor beside your right foot.
Oh, must suppose this.
What is it?
Found it in the car with the dead man.
Huh?
A top off a cheap mechanical pencil.
Let's see it. Do you mind?
Not at all. Don't have to be careful of fingerprints. They've had it in the laboratory. Nothing on it.
That's it.
Beg your pardon, sir?
I've seen this pencil before, Lou.
Oh, millions of them about, no doubt. The chap that was killed must have lost it.
No.
Eh?
I've seen this particular one before. I saw it last night.
I don't follow you, sir.
Huh. That settles it. Look here, closely.
Yes?
See these initials scratched on it? Very tiny here. Probably done with a pocket knife. See it? A.S.
By crikey, A.S., that's what they are. Whose do you suppose?
He offered to sell it to me last night.
Who?
Albert Stevens, the copper's narc I was just trying to telephone.
Goodness sake.
So that's why he hasn't come home.
Eh?
He said he knew this Casimir. He said Casimir had money, and money was what he needed.
Well, Casimir was robbed, we know that. But I never knew a copper's narc to have the courage to commit murder, sir.
Why, I bought him the courage, old boy. 4 pints of mild and bitter. Suppose that makes me an accessory to murder?
The constables who were dispatched to the home of Albert Stevens reported that he was still absent. At 11 the next morning, he had not yet come home. His wife knew nothing of his whereabouts, nor did the garage people, where he usually kept his cab. At noon, a teletype signal was sent to all metropolitan police stations giving a description of the man and the number of his cab, GLP 301. The same information was published next day in Metropolitan Informations, which goes to all police officers. There was no immediate response. Neither the man nor the cab could be found. By now, Superintendent Watkins had been officially assigned to the case, and on the morning of the 4th day, we held a strategy meeting in his office. He had some new information for me.
They found the gun.
Indeed, sir.
They've been taking the car to pieces down at Hendon for us, you know. They found a .32 caliber Walther automatic pistol hidden in the lining of the top.
Good.
Our friend Casimir was killed by a .32 caliber bullet, you know. And ballistics assures me that this is the gun from which it was fired.
Good. Fingerprints?
What?
Fingerprints.
None. The ballistics say they're sure that more than one shot was fired from the gun.
How could they tell that?
There are 2 cartridges missing from the clip. And it seems they found too much powder fouling in the receiver and the barrel for one shot. I don't quite understand, but they're quite positive.
They find more than one bullet?
Only the one that went through Casimir's head. It was embedded in the dash of the car.
Where's this other one, then?
Somebody else's body, I expect. That? Whose, I say?
Yes.
Oh, blast. Superintendent Watkins here.
Hi, Watkins. Fletcher here, T Division.
Hello, Sailor.
Okay, we found your man Albert Stevens.
Oh, good. Found him.
Oh.
Where was he?
Sitting in his taxicab.
Where?
At the bottom of the Thames.
What?
Near Wapping Old Stairs. One of our boats found him.
Is he dead?
Twice dead, old chap. Drowned and a bullet through his heart.
Well, so that's where the other bullet went. I admit I'd more or less dropped a brick in pinning all my hopes of a quick solution of the case on Albert Stevens. Llewellyn and I moved at once to realign our strategy. This was our estimate of the situation.
It is possible that Stevens did murder Casimir, of course.
Possible, but not probable.
The forensic laboratory people, the ballistics people, say that the bullet they found in Stevens' body was fired from the same gun that killed Casimir.
The .32 Walther automatic they found in the car.
But then, who killed who?
I'd suspect that since the gun was found in the car with Casimir, he was the last one shot, wouldn't you?
Well, then, of course, Stevens couldn't have killed him.
Right. Stevens must have been dead and at the bottom of the Thames when Casimir was shot.
Then who killed Casimir? Obviously not Stevens.
The forensic laboratory can tell us who died first, I hope.
We know.
How?
The gun. It was with Casimir, remember? Unless someone shot him, then took the gun and killed Stevens with it, pushed him into the Thames, and then brought the gun back.
Sounds silly.
Indeed.
Then who shot Casimir?
One of Stevens' friends might have if he knew Casimir killed Stevens. Revenge.
How do we know Casimir shot Stevens?
Well,
Besides, Stevens didn't have any friends. Except me. And I don't think I did it.
His wife, perhaps?
Yeah. Perhaps. Well, besides, how could she get that gun?
No friends.
None I know of. I knew Albert rather well.
What?
Casimir had friends, though. Albert told me about them.
Who?
A man named, woman's name, Marion.
I don't know. Him.
And a man who wears a foreign Navy uniform.
Polish? Casimir was Polish, and a deserter.
I suspect our man's a deserter, too. They were all mixed up in the black market, Albert said.
What sort of black market, sir?
Oh, all sorts, it appears.
Why should they kill Casimir? Or Albert Stevens?
Well, Albert, that's simple. They found out he was an informer, a narc.
Why Casimir?
Oh, people had been murdered for money before. Perhaps Casimir was cheating them. He was apparently the boss.
Well, a crook who cheats a fellow crook is asking for it.
Let's get on to Marion and the Navy officer.
All we have to do is find them.
Now, allow me to digress for a moment. There was, of course, no record anywhere of Casimir's former address. We put people on that at once, suspecting that Marion and the Navy officer might live close to Casimir's home. But another day dragged by without tangible result. I was sitting gloomily in my office, trying to think of a more tenable theory than the one we had tentatively adopted. Oh, blast the phone. Yes, Watkins here.
Delighted to see you, sir. Inspector.
What's her name?
Name, please.
Miss Dottie Telfer.
Spell it, please.
Taliaffero. You've heard of me. I'm the actress.
Miss Dottie Telfer, sir. And...
Actress. You know me.
Actress, sir.
What's she want?
She says it's in connection with Casimir... What was her name, miss?
Kashuber, I said.
I heard her.
Yes, sir.
Send her in.
Yes, sir.
And ask Sergeant Llewellyn if you'll just step in here.
Yes, sir.
Come in. Good afternoon, madam.
Are you Superintendent Watkins?
I am. Sit down, madam.
I thank you.
You said you knew something about Casimir Kashuba.
Yeah, I saw in the Express that he's dead.
Extremely.
And good enough for him, I'd say.
You knew him?
Yes, he was a crook.
I'm afraid you're rather late in telling us that, madam.
Well, I mean to say,
What sort of dealings did you have with him?
I never had any. Well, I mean, he cheated me, and now he's dead. How am I going to get back the £17 I gave him? That's what I want to know.
Why did you give him £17?
Oh, excuse me, sir.
Oh, come on in, Llewellyn. This is Miss Dottie...
Telfer. I'm a music hall star at the Shepherd's Bush Empire.
How do you do, madam?
Sit down, Llewellyn. Seems Miss Telfer has given Casimir £17.
Whatever for, miss?
Well, I suppose it was rather silly of me, but I couldn't resist it.
Resist what?
Well, I was having a late supper after the show last Tuesday, and there was a man, Kashmir Kashuba it turned out to be, sitting 2 tables away from me.
That the first time you met him?
Of course. Do you think that... On the table before him was the most magnificent handbag.
Handbag?
A woman's handbag, the kind I hadn't seen for simply years. I couldn't resist doing what I did.
What did you do, madam?
Oh, I know it's breaking the law, but isn't everyone in the black market?
Not everyone exactly.
Oh, well, I just stepped over to the table and introduced myself, and he gave me his name, and I said, would you mind terribly telling me where you got that adorable bag? I wanted one myself, you know.
Black market.
So he said he manufactured them and that I could have one if I liked. All I had to do was to give him £17 so that he could buy the special leather it was made of. And in a day or two, I could call at his flat and it'd be ready for me, do you see?
And you fell for that old one?
You called at his flat?
Would you believe it? When I called, he professed never having seen me. He said he was not a manufacturer.
He wasn't.
And nothing I could say would make him give me back my £17 or the bag.
And did you kill him then?
I did not.
Later, perhaps.
I never killed anyone in my life. I'm a law-abiding...
Will you give us the address, my dear law-abiding young woman?
No, it's in Maida Vale somewhere. I think I have it here, in my shabby old handbag.
Thank you very much, Miss...
Telfer.
An actress, I think you said, yes. Well, that'll be all, Miss Telfer, and thank you very much. Come along, Llewellyn.
Yes, but how am I going to get my £17 back? The man's dead
You're
now.
not going to get it back, Miss Telfer.
What?
You're very fortunate. The black market's cost you only £17. It cost Casimir his life. Ready, Llewellyn?
Within 20 minutes, a Scotland Yard car dropped us at the address in Maida Vale Miss Telfer, actress, had supplied us. We interviewed the proprietor of that dismal place, a cross-eyed young man in an unusually dirty waistcoat in the red Mingus tartan. His name, he informed us, was Ian Kalbfleisch, and he had a cold.
No, he ain't here. We're quite aware of that, my good man. He's dead.
Did you murder him?
No. Are you in the black market, too? No.
May we see his room?
Say this anymore. Whose is it, then?
Another man.
Who?
An officer. Navy officer.
Oh? RN, RNR, or RNVR?
Not one of ours. Polish Navy.
When did this Polish naval officer take the room, Mr. Kalbfleisch?
Day after the murder.
Oh, you know the day of the murder, then?
I can read. Was in all the papers.
Is this man here now?
No.
Will he return?
He always has.
Was this naval officer a friend of Casimir's?
I don't know.
May we see the room?
Got a warrant?
Yes.
All right. Second door on the left.
Come on, Lou.
All right.
It's unlocked.
Come on. No, leave the door open, Lou. Our friend with a runny nose might just warn him that we're here.
Right. I'll keep watch.
While Llewellyn kept watch from the open door, I made a quick search of the place. I found nothing at all of any apparent importance until I went through the pockets of the navy greatcoat in the closet. I was about to exhibit my findings to Llewellyn when he hissed sharply at me from the doorway. What's up?
Chap coming in, wearing a navy uniform.
People in your room, Commander.
Who are they?
Police. Scotland Yard.
What do they want?
If you'll come in, Commander, we'll be glad to tell you.
Who are you?
Sergeant Llewellyn of Scotland Yard. I think you'd best come in, sir. Come in, sir.
What is the meaning of this, may I ask?
What is your name, please?
Leo M. Stefanowitz, Commander, Polish Navy. What do you want?
I should like to ask you a question.
Well?
May I ask you where you got this mechanical pencil, sir?
I will tell you. I got it,
Well, where did you get it?
I didn't kill him.
Kill whom, Commander?
Why, Casimir Kashuba.
This was Albert Stevens' pencil, Commander.
I didn't kill Albert.
The top of this pencil was found in the car with Casimir Kashuba's body, Commander.
I didn't do it.
Perhaps you can explain, then.
Yes, I...
Well?
Marion did the killing.
Oh, indeed, Marion.
Yes, I told him not... It was Marion who did it, not me.
Oh, our friend Marion. He did it.
Yes, I am telling you the truth. Marion.
You know where Marion is?
I will take you to him. Yes, I will help you. He did it, and I will help you find him. Please, let me take you to him.
Please.
Will you please? Casimir was my friend.
I'm just wondering something, Inspector.
Huh?
I am wondering if Albert Stevens was also his friend.
Let's go and find your friend Marion, shall we, Commander?
It was a quiet little hotel we drove to in the West End. Inspector Watkins and me and the commander all jammed in the police car together. The clerk nodded in a familiar way to Stefanovitz when we entered.
Is my friend in?
Yes, sir.
Oh, don't announce us, please. We will work the lift ourselves. Get in, gentlemen.
All right.
Now, we shall see justice done.
Indeed.
The first floor, gentlemen. The door directly opposite. Here.
Who is it?
Leo, Marion.
Who is with you?
No one.
Come in. Ah, Leo, my boy, I am glad.
We are from Scotland Yard, sir. I warn you, both of you, that anything you say will be taken down in writing and may be used
What is
in
the
evidence.
meaning of you murderer? What? Yes, these gentlemen have come to arrest you for the murder of Casimir.
Sacre, you traitor! You coward!
Arrest him, gentlemen. He is the murderer.
You look, this man. He's the one who fired shot.
Huh?
He's the one who did it. I see him do it.
You see me? You know you did it. He is the one, gentlemen.
I'm not. He should catch me from behind as I sit in front seat.
I was in the front seat. He did it.
Sacre!
Oh, tak, Tafris, you said, you murderer, you thief, you...
Gentlemen, Marian Konechny and Leo Stefanovich, I arrest you both on suspicion of having been involved in the murder of Casimir Kashuba and of Albert Stevens. You've both been warned. Have you nothing to say? At the trial, the two men admitted all the details of the two murders. Albert Stevens, it seems, had talked too much about his relations with the police, and someone in a moment of rage had shot him, and his cab had been dumped into the Thames. Walking away from there together, they'd stolen a motor car. Casimir Kashuba, who had been drinking heavily, twitted his companions about the new hold he had on them as murderers. He boasted that he had had no part in the crime, and one of the two men had shot him in the back of the neck with a Walther automatic pistol. Each man blamed the other. The jury took 25 minutes to decide who was guilty. Mr. Justice McConaughey placed the black cap on his head.
Marian Konechny, Leo Stefanovich, the jury have found you and each of you guilty of the murder of Casimir Kashuba. It is the sentence of the court that you and each of you be taken to a lawful prison and thence to a place of execution, that you be there, each of you, hanged by the neck until you are dead, and that your God is respectfully...
The two men appealed the verdict and won. They were immediately tried for the murder of Albert Stevens and again heard the fatal words,
that you there, each of you, be hanged by the neck until you are dead.
The latter sentence was carried out.
You have heard the eighth in the series Whitehall 1212, compiled by special permission from the official files of Scotland Yard. Only the names have been changed. Otherwise, the story is true. Research for Whitehall 1212 is prepared by Percy Hoskins of the London Daily Express, and the stories for radio are written and directed by Willis Cooper and produced by Jack Goldstein and Collie Small. Three chimes mean good times on NBC. There's adventure zooming your way today with Joel McCrea featured in another authentic story based on the files of the Texas Rangers.